Hey, welcome to Strixhaven Ilandara. I am your DM, Emerson. We have with us four distinguished players. Trent playing Syntax, Deja playing Kaerthana, Alexa playing Astrin, and Carly playing Evelina. We are having a little bit smaller group today, but that doesn't mean we aren't going to have some awesome educational fun. Right now we are on our because you have whenever you say educational, you have to sound like an old wizard. Educational. If there's not a little bit of like senile, I've done too much divination magic, then like you're not doing it right. We all know divination magic messes with your memory, right? Like it's
You don't have to call Professor Trelawney out like that.
Oh shit! I didn't even realize I was, but it still fits somehow. No. Okay, but so we are at the start of our second semester of our first year here at school. Now, the second semester is a lot more chill than our first semester was. We are doing it in a very sort of loose way, doing lots of different scenes as our players are interested in them. Moving forward, we just met with professors and went over the difficult and concerning events at the end of last semester, where the students helped foil a plot from some revolutionaries to destabilize the school. You uncovered that their plot was kind of a ruse, and they were actually after something underneath one of the 5 colleges' campuses. You guys kind of forgot what that item was, though, and realized when talking to the students, when only some of you remembered it, that you seem to be the victims of memory magic. It turns out that the teachers have kind of agreed with you that there is definitely some kind of inside informant involved with these revolutionaries, the Auric. So they have decided to kind of keep it hush-hush amongst each other, because they all can feel pretty confident that everyone between themselves are not agents. And they also kind of agreed to work with you guys, but they expect you guys to be smart and to call for help. You know that you can contact them through sending stones. They essentially just said, like, look, what you did last time was great. You told us at the moment you knew something, and unfortunately we weren't able to get there in time, so you guys did something on your own. We don't want that to happen again, but we also understand it could, but just tell us, right? Don't pull a Harry Potter and, like, not tell them about a Chamber of Secrets, right? Like,
But Dad...
I know, you're only 12, right? Like, okay. But they are not 12, but
mentally,
right?
Emotionally.
But you guys also learned that one of the child, about 13 actually, wards of the school is the product of this sort of arcane mathematical theorem that essentially calculated a soul into existence. Because of that, they asked you to kind of keep an eye on him when he joins the school next year, because he's going to need people who kind of know the truth about him. You don't have to keep it a secret that you know, but also don't go around telling him that you know, because it might help him to just kind of think that he's making friends with people normally. But yeah. You also managed to get reinstated in your jobs in the on-campus magic labs after you guys jumped a student. The student deserved it, but that doesn't change the fact that you jumped out of a tree at him. You literally, by definition, jumped him.
Jumped him means I jumped out of the tree and immediately started wailing on him. The tree was for dramatic effect.
And you nailed it.
I'm still, technically, I don't...
Yeah,
he deserved it. He was a piece of shit, but you did jump him.
Look, all the people we hate the most, besides Rubina, we bully until they're our friends.
I mean,
that's what. Do you remember we hated Quintilius?
Yeah,
we did.
And now he's just like your little kicked puppy chihuahua that like follows you guys around.
True.
That is honestly the best description. Because he's just
He
a
pulls his weight
loser.
sometimes. Well,
Yeah.
he's not a loser.
No, he's just
Yeah, he
actually
is.
16. So
Yeah, no. Which I appreciate that he's just a teenager.
yeah, he's just
not
kind of
evil.
a little bit incompetent because he's 16. Like, if there are
Don't
any
talk about
16-year-olds watching, not saying that you're incompetent, but compared to an
I'll tell you, you are
adult,
in character.
I realize, yeah, the great way to alienate that like one viewer we have.
We can confirm that when I was 16, I was incompetent.
Well,
I was an idiot.
I was in comparison to me as an adult, right? Like as
Yeah.
a 16-year-old,
Yeah.
I'm sure I was very competent, and I'm sure you, viewer, are very competent for 16. But you're still 16. I'm gonna get off of this because I'm pretty sure the only watchers are us. But
That
you know,
hole you're
just
digging
in
is
case.
great.
Look, people still watch this between weeks.
That is true. Yeah.
Hello, whoever you are. Hello again.
Welcome. Thanks for
Every
watching.
couple
Between
sessions, we're
Weeks.
like, "Hi."
We appreciate
Welcome to
you.
the future.
Yeah, you guys are great. So we are now in semester 2. Yay! We took a fun class that talked about the colors of magic. There are 5 colors: white, black, red, green, and blue. Each one is kind of
Oh my
how
God.
we're approaching alignment, sort of magically speaking. Each one sort of aligns with a different approach to kind of a core value. So you can think of white as kind of very law and order, oftentimes bolstering the little guy, if that makes any sense. Black is very ambitious driven, kind of the and justifies the means kind of mindset. Green is all about growth and life, and evolution, sort of. Blue is about logic. Jerry. Hello, Jerry. This is a player who never has time to play. I hate that it's overlapping in our UI with the word stream chat. I'm fixing that right now. Oh, I hate that.
No. Remember last time when you were like upset with something I couldn't even notice?
Yeah, yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, I do see it. It's just okay. There,
Yeah.
you fixed
Well,
it.
now I'm upset because Evelina's name is lower than everyone else's name. So yeah, I'm fixing that as we speak. But
Jerry, my
Ah.
I love how Deja just left. Deja's fucking done. She's known me
Nope.
since I was younger than 16. And it's just
Wow.
this was one too many.
Hey, Jerry.
But yeah.
Fuck you,
That's
Jerry.
why your mission
Green
is
is
green.
about fucking bitches and getting money. You're not wrong. Red is
No.
all about passion. And I believe that was every color. Red, white, black, green. Blue is logic. Blue is all about like intelligence and logic. Every college on campus embodies 2 of these colors and their kind of contrasting ideals and mixes and bridges them together. That doesn't mean you have to follow those colors when you join the college, but it tends to mean that you align with at least one of them. What's a rainbow?
Okay, obviously. Next question.
I mean, but again, things can be more than one color. Just typically things don't go much above 3. But that doesn't mean it's not possible. There's also colorless, which is oftentimes things like constructs or whatnot, where there really is no emotion or motivation behind the magic. It just is magic. Rainbow is redacted. That's actually the gay agenda. That's what this entire thing is about. Is Strixhaven is spreading the gay agenda.
Correct.
Hell yeah, snaps for the gay agenda. We're off to a great start. So to continue this amazingly comedic ruse, and because she's eating, so naturally I'm going to make her talk right now.
Wow.
No, not really.
Wow.
I was originally going to have us start with a scene between
I'm ready.
Deja and... Okay.
I'm ready.
I didn't really mean to do that. I just realized as I was starting the transition that, like, of course, I timed it terribly.
We'll never catch Deja slipping. Come on now.
Yeah, but So we're going to pick this up actually with a scene shortly after our conversation with the professors. Kearthana and Astrid managed to find some time alone.
Great.
Yeah, Kay literally, like, right after the meeting, as they all started to head back, grabbed Astrid and was like, hey, I need your help. And started to drag her with her to the Fury Gales.
Yes, I can change the background. I need to have a background specifically for the Fury Gale at this point because, like, we've had so many characters go into the Fury Gale.
Can I ask what the Fury Gale is?
Yeah,
Again?
what is the Fury Gale? So, on our campus, here, I'm going to zoom in on our little map. Prismari, every college has a different campus. Prismari is a red and blue. Oh, look at the art, because it has red and blue. Sorry. No, they're red and blue magic. They're all about art and performance and whatnot. The Fury Gale, which is down here at the bottom edge of their campus, is an area of just roiling wild magic. It's where a ton of spells that are tested and failed, or that succeeded but are too chaotic to go somewhere else, kind of reside. Think of it as like, in some classes, your final might be a very specific explosion. If it is, it's going to be done in the Fury Gale. And there are remnant magics, and over the centuries that the school has been around, the Fury Gale at this point has effectively developed its own wild magic. So the area is chaotic. You see rifts and motes of magic twisting, some taking the shape of animals for moments, some exploding, some playing weird bursts of melodies. It is just a chaotic explosion of magic. Yeah, chaotic, exactly. But yeah, those that are attuned to wild magic do tend to feel a little bit more at home in the Fury Gale, because it is really a area of pure wild magic. Continue.
Cool. Thank you.
I need your help.
All right.
I need your help writing a letter.
To who?
You seem to have some rather complicated family issues. And
a simplified description, but yes.
I would relate to that.
Okay.
Seeing what happened to Aurora and realizing that someone overnight changed our memories. I don't know what's going to happen to us now that we're being targeted, and I need to get in contact with a family member, because if something happens to us like what happened to Aurora, then she'll never know where I am. And every time I've tried to write this letter, I send it up in ashes. So I thought you, being of similar complicated family history, might be able to help.
Okay, I am honored that you would ask me something so important. And I promise I will help you.
Thank you. I brought you to the Fury Gales just in case this gets a little chaotic.
Understandable.
Oh wait, give me one sec. This isn't in person, but I literally forgot my sister's name. Gotta go find
No, I feel that.
Yep, no
Not-
one remembers the backstory names.
Yeah, not me looking it
Oh,
up right
memory.
now, being like, let's hope she doesn't make me say something as the
No,
person.
no.
Okay.
I know. I found it. Okay.
Like,
You
I
know,
knew
the
who you
worst
were
part is
talking
that
about, but I was like, fuck, what's
they have the same name, which is the worst part that I forgot because I did that
Oh, no.
purposefully.
Oh no.
Basically. Okay. So Kaerthana is going to give Astrid just a piece of paper and a pen that she had in her bag with her. I guess to start, can you just write it to Ray Arcia Palesdo?
Yes. Is it going to be a problem that it's not your handwriting?
No, it shouldn't be. She hasn't heard from me since I left, so I think any news she will trust and be glad for.
All right.
Well, I guess I'll just speak in whatever you can write down that sounds appropriate. That works, right?
Take as much time as you need.
I'm sorry, I'm really nervous. Like I said, every time I try to write this, I can't do it.
I'm sorry, you have reason to be nervous. It's normal to be nervous. This is an important letter.
Right.
Take as much time as you need. I'm here as long as you need me.
Kay is going to smile really softly at Astrid. I really appreciate you doing this for me and with me. I feel like we haven't necessarily had many moments together, but I really appreciate you being here with me.
I appreciate you trusting me enough with something so important to you.
I guess you can start it with saying, I'm sorry, Ray. I am safe. I don't know if I should tell her where I am. Would you want to know? If you wouldn't be able to reach your family member, would you at least want to know where they were?
I think it depends on certain circumstances, and I don't know if I'm the best person to ask that because I don't think I would want Uren to know, but I would want Nim to know.
Okay.
And I'm going to assume this is your sister.
Yeah.
It could be written in a way where it's not obvious at first to anyone else who reads it, but she would be able to tell where you are. If that makes sense?
Yeah. I'm safe. I'm in a place that's finally going to help me with my magic. The way you always said that I should be. I'm sorry for not staying, and I'm sorry for not reaching out to you sooner. I'm sorry for leaving you when I know you were grieving. I will come back. I will come back. Once I trust myself, I will come back. And once I know that I won't hurt you or anyone else, I will see you again. I promise. I don't know what else to tell her besides that.
You said the most important parts.
You're right. You're right. I think to end it, just tell her I didn't leave willingly, but I've found people here now that are helping to make this place a home. I love you forever, KK.
And Astron's written all of that word for word.
I don't think I should touch it. So here's the envelope with the address, and Kay's going to hand that to her. I could write down the address, but that was about it.
That's fine. I will go mail this as soon as you want me to.
As soon as you can. She doesn't know where I am, and I would hate for something to happen to us the way that something happened to Aurora, or everything happening with the orc, and I never apologized for leaving, and I never told her where I was.
Astron's just gonna kind of hesitantly hold her arms open if you want a hug, because she doesn't know what else to do to comfort you.
Kay is going to kind of look a little hesitantly as well. And then is going to step in and also put her arms around Astrid.
She'll just hug you really tight. I am sorry for your pain. I wish I could help you more.
Kay is going to start crying while she's hugging Astrid, and as her tears fall down her face, they are steaming, so they immediately kind of evaporate as they fall down.
She'll just start brushing her hand through your hair.
Did you know Nim was your brother when you decided to come here?
He is the main reason I decided to come here, because I wanted to find him. I was going to tell him. Soon we had just... A lot of things happened in a span of 2 days. I didn't have a chance to really sit down and speak with him. I wish it was me who had told him. I don't know how he found out. But I wish it had been me. I think he deserved to know from me. But it is what it is.
Are you going to work to build your relationship with him?
I would very much like to.
And I think it's okay, maybe, that it didn't come from you as much as you wanted it to. I think that's what will matter going forward.
I hope so. I just would really like one truly positive family member in my life.
Ray is that for me.
I didn't catch that, I'm sorry.
Ray was that for me. So I hope you're able to find that in him.
Too. Ray sounds lovely.
She is. She's a really great healer. She took over running our apothecary once my mom got sick. She's great with all of that. All of the villagers love her. They didn't really like me, but I had a tendency to set things on fire. So it doesn't really go with the whole healing vibe, I guess. But she was great. She was really great at it. And I miss her.
Sounds lovely. Okay. You said fire isn't good for healing. But fire does heal, just in different ways. It can be cleansing. And I think it would do you good to wonder about that a bit. I know I haven't known you long, but I can see that emotions are difficult for you. And all I would say is that the longer you keep them locked inside, the worse it may be when you start to feel them again.
I know. I'm trying. I really am.
I know.
It's
Much
hard.
better than not trying at all.
Yeah. I need to do better, but
It's not a matter of you need to do better. It's just small steps at a time. Progress. Any kind.
I know. I will work on it. I'm trying to work on it.
You writing this letter is another step.
You're right. Thank you for writing it for me so it didn't go up in flames again.
Of course.
I'm going to continue to work. That's part of why I brought you to this place. Is this a place where I can feel and I can be and nothing catastrophic seems to happen?
It's a beautiful place. I like it.
Yeah, it is.
Although I do want to climb the structures.
Let's do it.
Can we? Because I think that'd be very fun.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, go for it. Just for giggles, roll
Oh,
me
no.
acrobatics and or athletics.
Okay.
Technically, athletics is climbing, but it's fine.
We have news the next day. 2 students fell off a building.
2 students in critical condition after. Well, one student in critical... I'm kidding now.
Oh my god.
One student in critical... I'm kidding.
Oh
no! You're in the Fury Gale. So what is nice about that is that...
I killed another friend.
I killed another friend! Yeah, so Astrid, you easily just parkour your way up.
God, that worked out, I guess.
I will say, Kay, you get up pretty easily as well. And then when you're up top, you're like, oh shit, I have to get down. And that's kind of where you have a bit of an issue. But what's nice is you're in the Fury Gale, and you are a mage. And you're not really having to fear letting go, because, again, what are you going to destroy? Fire? So... kind of doing a very much so like anywhere else, this would be a very dangerous move, but essentially just like a gout of flame to like help lower you down like a rocket ship trying to like land vertical again. You manage to like get down. Of course, Astrid waits for you to get down, because if Astrid were on the ground, it would not have ended well. But, you know, so like the only sign of all of this is just that there's a very like black spot on the ground where like the ground was just charred from the flame. But again, the Fury Gale then twists and turns, and then that spot kind of disappears under the wild magic.
Oh my god.
But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
When we both reach the bottom, Kay is like laughing in hysterics, like it's having a really great time, a grand time. And she just looks at Astrid. She goes, you know what, Astrid? You know why it's so hard for me to feel my emotions?
Why?
I accidentally incinerated my mother's corpse. And it feels so good to say it to you. Wow. I think you're right.
Well, if anything, I'm honored that you told me.
Yeah. Wow.
I am sorry that happened, but...
You know, me too.
I think it's good that you did say it out loud.
Yeah. I am too. Oh, wow.
Is Kay currently on fire?
A little. Not like in a bad way. In a like, you think that's not really burning her? Like, on anyone else, you'd say it's decorative fire.
I was just trying to decide if Ashton's gonna hug her, but I don't know if I'll take damage.
Well, that is absolutely it. You're looking at it and you're like, is that giving off heat? Because it doesn't look like it's giving off heat, but I have a feeling if I hugged her, I would feel heat.
Just gonna keep to myself this time.
It's like one of those going for a hug turns into a shoulder pat. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, so you, I'm trying to find where I saved some, like, artwork for characters for Strixhaven, and I'm like, why is it just gone? Where did I put it? I don't know. It's fine. This is fine. But I will say, that was an amazing scene. Kareth and I'm going to give you inspiration because I think that was a really well done exploration of your character that we haven't gotten to do yet. It was really nice. I really enjoyed that scene. And it's such a good example. Yeah.
I call this Karen.
Yeah, Karen. I will say I do kind of ship it now. Like, I'm not even like it's kind of a joke, but by the end of that scene, at the very least, I ship it as best friends. Like, at the very least.
Yay!
Like, they need to just hang out all the time and be happy.
Go on shopping trips, all of it, you know.
They just have to be happy.
Okay.
Which isn't going to happen because I'm your DM.
Two
but,
sad
like-
chicks had a happy moment.
Yeah, exactly. I'm your DM, so get fucked. Let's.
Wow.
I'm not going to kill you. I'm just going to make your characters wish they were dead. There's a big
No.
Fuck you,
difference.
man.
Wow.
Hey,
Fuck you, man.
if we love a character, we have to make them suffer. It's all about that womp. But
Sure, but damn.
no, that was a really good scene. Be gay, do crimes. Yes.
True.
Correct. So, as you guys head back, the rest of the evening. Oh no, hold on. I meant to do this. Are you guys paying attention to your surroundings at all, or is this very much so paying attention to each other?
Ashton is.
Astrid
Is she?
always is. I don't know why I asked, but is Kay?
She's a rogue.
Yeah.
No, she's in hysterics laughing about incinerating her mom. She's not paying attention to
Okay.
anything
No, it
else.
is.
Astrid, roll a perception for me, because this is nighttime.
Yeah.
I really want you to roll low so I can say, "Oh, nothing." But no,
Me
you
too.
rolled high
Me
enough.
too.
I do love. Pretty sure everyone doesn't want to live except besides Giuseppe, Evelina, and Riza. Lol.
She's
Honestly.
insane.
Damn.
Okay. So Astrid, you notice that you're pretty sure someone else had been in the Fury Gale when you guys were there. When you guys like started, you notice. I guess a good way to put of it is that there's a small region that seems almost a little too orderly within the Fury Gale as you guys are walking out. Like someone else's magic. In general, the Fury Gale tends to part around people walking through it. It's part of the like containment procedures is that like the fireballs aren't going to go off where you're standing, right? It kind of tries to detect living things and move out of the way. There is a key word there, living. So syntax, don't go into the Fury Gale. But I'm dead serious. I will be
Oh my
rolling.
God.
I don't
magic
think they've
tables.
ever been there.
Yeah, you have.
Good.
But if you, it's like
Prismari's ugly.
Prismari
Hey.
is the most beautiful. Excuse you.
How
But yes, I
dare you.
agree. But you notice what looks to be in this sort of area where obviously whoever was here is not here anymore. But you see what looks to be little remnants of fractals, little twisting, spiraling small fractals on the ground that are quickly being eaten up by the wild magic nearby.
Okay.
Kaerthana would know what that probably implies, but to Astrid, you're like, huh, some Quandrix motherfucker was here, and that's probably about it.
There's a nerd here.
Yeah, fucking dweeb. Fucking math nerd and band geek. Ugh.
One time at band camp.
Yeah. But yeah, so that might mean something to Kaerthana, but to you, Kaerthana hasn't shared that she's met Animo here before, so you have no reason to believe it is Animo, but again, it is, but you don't know that.
I'm trying to decide if that means Astrid would or would not point it out logically.
I would lean probably toward her not, my guess.
Okay.
Just because Kaerthana is having a good moment, and I don't know if Astrid would want... Well, no, you know what I mean. Like, I can't imagine Astrid being like, hey, you're having a good moment. Someone might have seen you be emotional.
Oh, no, yeah, in that case, she would not.
You know what I mean? I just don't imagine Astrid doing that. I
Did
didn't mean
Animo
that...
use
that's how she would approach it. Obviously, Astrid is more astute than that, but so
No.
sorry.
Didn't Astrid see Animo during the whole...
Yes, you have seen Animo, but
didn't use his powers.
yeah, and you have heard that he is powerful, but you also heard that he is essentially quarantined to the Quandrix campus. The only person who's seen him off of the Quandrix campus, besides when he was chaperoned, was Caerthana, late at night in the Fury Gale. And yeah. So again, you'd probably honestly assume it's someone like Erzmak Talk before you'd assume it's someone like Animo.
Yeah, she's not going to point it out.
Yeah, because the implication of Erzmak Talk hearing Caerthana be vulnerable, like, that's some fucked up shit. I've seen Animo and all I got was this lame shirt.
Kay specifically has never met him though. So I don't know, unless he has been like stalking our group, which is very possible that he knows her.
Erzmak Talk?
Yeah, they haven't actually met yet.
Yeah, he knows of you for sure. He has an entire page of notes about the group.
I was gonna say that tracks.
You're the intimidating one that scared away Rubina. You're absolutely one he has a page of notes on.
Touché.
Because how the fuck did she do that?
Yeah, like Rubina terrifies him.
Steam? Question mark?
What?
She steams? Question mark?
Oh my God.
Steam. I like to think they're shit at taking notes. They take so much notes that they're bad and like, why did I write Steam? Like looking at
they
it
don't
later.
entirely know.
Sure,
He
yeah.
absolutely has like his own note taking, like the quick shorthand kind of stuff that like court reporters type with, stuff like that.
Cornell notes. What?
Then comes back. Fuck, I hate Cornell notes.
Oh my God, they've never been useful.
No.
I
What were
learned
those
more by
things
just
that she accidentally birthed during one of our first fights out of wild magic? What were those things called?
Flumps.
Well,
they're
that's
one of
what
my
it was.
favorite D&D creatures because they're just absolute sweethearts in like a Lovecraftian horror body. Like they're horrifying to look at when you actually like put it down. They're like a jellyfish with tentacles and stalk eyes. It's terrifying, but they are just as afraid of you. Okay, but I'm going to
They smell fear because they are also afraid.
Literally. So that rest of that evening, nothing really eventful happened. And going into kind of the following week, you all settled into your next classes pretty uneventfully. Again, the majority of your fellow students are fellow first years, though if you elected to take any non-core classes, you may come across 1 or 2 second years in those classes, such as last semester when you guys encountered Rosie in a class and whatnot. Rosie being the little gnome who speaks a mile a minute in Lorehold.
We'll never see her again because we'll never take a Lorehold class
I
again.
know. Well, Evelina is taking Lorehold this semester, right? So, but it's the intro course, so you don't see anyone there in that.
Maybe she's
group.
a TA.
Oh yeah, fuck it. Yeah, she's a TA. She's T'ing the A. I'm trying to think of students who Lorehold would be their like second pick, right? Because everyone did their first pick like first semester. So second pick is the like, well, I feel like this.
Never mind.
No,
you do you.
say it.
I think Quintilius would totally take Lorehold second.
Yeah, because he's
it's
all
about language and
history
crap.
Languages. Yeah. So again, Evelina, as has been like half of your
you
classes,
just every class
you come in and Quintilius says, well, best friend.
Oh
and he makes you sit next to him. Yeah.
Holy shit.
I mean, at this point, I feel like the Stockholm syndrome is setting in, and you might actually be enjoying his company. I don't know. That's up to you, but.
I mean, she's like, once she sees him, she's just used to it now. It's like, I see. I guess we're doing this again.
Yeah.
He's been had.
Yeah, he's the meme of the person on the leash, all like excited.
I have that one saved. Thank you for telling me that idea.
The entire group is just like Kay and Evie and Ryza holding the leashes of everyone else.
Funny you should say that because.
Oh my god! There's so many. Okay, but
I saved several.
Incredible.
I take my meme work seriously
as one should. But yeah, so as the weeks go on, soon you find yourselves a decent ways into the groove of second semester. Kaerthna, oh, sorry, go.
No, I need to do a scene with Evie sometime if we're getting into the doing stuff second semester.
Yeah, I was just going to give a brief kind of like
you do
happening,
that.
But that
yes.
Very specific, Emerson.
Well, I know, right? I couldn't. Well, I was
finish your
Well, it was kind of just giving you guys ideas of like some of the NPCs you might be seeing more regularly this semester, so that you guys have an option to talk to them, right? As just a reminder that you've probably gotten to know this NPC decently well. So, for example, Evelina, you're spending a decent amount of time with Quintilius in that class. Kaerthna, for example, you work at the cafe, and so naturally you spend a lot of time with Mina Lizana, who, as a reminder, I will pull up her artwork. Mina Lizana, we haven't talked to in a while because she was closer to Imagine, but she is the second year Silver Quill student who was in his debate class with him.
She's a reporter, right?
Yes. She's the one who broke the story of Aurora.
We need to get Astrid in with her at some point.
Why?
And again, Kaerthna heard her kind of like she was taking more time off of work at the end of last semester because she was breaking a big story, and she was going to tell you about it, but she got a big break, and so she couldn't, and then stuff hit the fan. So,
she narked about Aurora?
Yeah, she is the one that narked about Aurora. You don't know where she got that information because you haven't poked her.
Yeah, I'm curious. I also want to know. Fuck. How did she learn that?
But, yeah. Because as far as you guys know, you're the only ones who know that.
Send a mafia kid to go talk to her. That'll go well.
Yeah, she releases all of the crimes Astrid's done because she's like, I don't live in Goldheart. What's he gonna do? Kill me? She dies the second day. But yeah. So Mina Lee, she's very much so into the use of language. She adores subtle differences in intonation and vocabulary, how it shapes one's perception of reality. So she's all about the power of language. And also likes exploring how verbal components of spells being slightly tweaked will change the outcome of the spell. So she obviously enjoys talking. So when things are slow, she tends to poke Kaerthna's brain about pretty much everything from fun ways spells are worded to alliterations to, logic games. She does enjoy keeping her mind active, typically in language-related things. And if you're near her, that means you are doing the same. But she does enjoy Kaerthna.
Let's do a Mad Lib.
That's literally her. She'd pull out Mad Libs. She's that kind of friend, right? Mad Libs or the what is the phone
oh my
game
God.
where you tip it heads up, right?
She probably would suck to play Scrabble with.
Yeah, because she's the ones who's memorized every letter's point
that one's a Q on the triple.
Yeah. But again, she's nice. She seems to understand the kind of bullshit of some of the institutions. She's the one who called out yeah, that's the Dean of Shadow. He's fucked up. Good luck. you know, and like, oh yeah, you obviously Rubina hates you, Imogene. Like, look what you did. Like, it's not justified, but welcome to Silverquill. You know. Compared to Grayson, the other reporter, you know, Grayson is the gossip column. Grayson is the basic bitch mean girl who will destroy you if he doesn't like you. Mina
that's
is
not the vibe I got from him.
Again, he takes it seriously, and he's genuinely a nice person, it seems. But if he doesn't like you, he's going to destroy you. So he's vindictive. Noted. He's nice, but he's vindictive, and you can tell that if you read the thing normally. Like there's the occasional.
Who's he written shit on? Who's in his shit list for last semester?
3, 4, 5, 6.
Everybody.
13, 14, 15, 16, roll me a d20 because I have 19 students here. So whatever it lands on is the person he's written shit about.
I'm excited.
Yeah, this could actually change certain things a lot. Like if it lands on Mina Lizana, but she's on here.
Rolling.
Or
15.
15. Let me count. Hold on. Okay, roll a different one. That character isn't here yet. So roll a different one. Sorry. I just counted all of them.
Pick whatever's okay. I was gonna say pick whatever's just right above it, but I'll roll it.
Right above it isn't exciting though. It's Rubina. Like that's not exciting.
We fucked her
he's already he's already
13.
Yeah, 13.
So above Rubina.
No!
Yes!
Oh no.
Is it the Minotaur?
Rosie.
Oh shit!
Because Rosie is the referee for a lot of on-school sports.
Yeah.
So he has called that she is seemingly biased with her calls. To an extent that he questions her validity as an unbiased
damn.
ref.
How dare he?
Apparently, her defense,
ADHD kid. Fuck.
Yeah, her defense is that she just missed it. You know, missed something. But he says, like, that's unacceptable. You can't just, like, miss a call. You're a ref. So if you strategically only miss a certain call and it always affects the other team, not this other team, then that's strategic. You are a bad ref.
Rosie didn't deserve this. What the
Yes,
heck?
exactly.
I know.
Exactly.
Kind of slander.
Roll again. Let's see, because he had a whole
This
semester.
is amazing. We need to do this every couple weeks.
Oh my gosh.
So that was last semester. He did a lot of Rosie, right? He's a first year, so it took him a while to get this column. So last year was 11. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh no.
If it's the fucking Minotaur, I'm going to go beat this guy up.
Yeah.
Nora and Wu.
What? Why is he picking on everybody good?
He's talking about
yeah, what?
This one is more of a subtle jab. Like everyone knows he's talking about Nora, but he doesn't say her name. He talks about how certain people there should be aptitude tests for colleges because it doesn't matter what you're passionate about. If you cannot do a thing, the college doesn't need to boost your ego artificially. It's not fair. You won't get a job in the real world.
All right, gang, let's go beat him up.
I was gonna say I hate him so much more than Rubina.
Yeah.
God.
You know, fucking Nora cried for like a week.
Again,
100%.
you do notice though. You do notice he is not one to hide away from putting a name. So, but he did for this. So in his mind,
knew.
Old
yes,
mistake.
exactly. In
He
his mind,
knew everyone was going to be like, how dare
because he
you?
knows. Because the thing is, Nora is a good person, and that's never a question. But also,
Didn't
he's
keep
not
writing
looking
it.
to have drama and start a conversation.
No, it is exactly. We all had such a strong response. That's how you fucking boost papers.
He can always say, "I didn't write it about her."
What a bitch!
Like this is on you for thinking about her.
This
I would
fucker's gonna
never
thrive
say
in
something
gold
about
hearts.
Nora like that. He's Silverquill, guys.
Ew, of course he is.
Yeah.
What up, bitch?
This is the character that I thought was going to be your guys' rival, not Rubina. And then
I like Rubina a little bit. She's fucked up a couple times, but she's in her first semester roughies.
Yeah,
I know, but she
actually could become your friend by the end of this. I feel like Grayson is one of those that all it takes is getting on his bad side once, and then it will never recover.
What
You need to use him more now, because now I'm fucking interested in this character.
Yeah.
What a
I'm curious. Are we on this list so like that he might?
Oh yeah, you need to
you
put
guys
us on
are
this
on this
list.
list. Yeah.
Oh god.
I should have actually. Yeah. Hold on. Let me make.
Did he write anything about our fucking fight? Did anything come from that? Nobody mentioned that to us. Did it get out?
That you guys fought with.
Where's Mac Talk?
So far, you haven't seen any sign of that. But
okay,
roll again for me, because it depends. We're going to do one final roll, and this will be like his gossip for the first half of this semester, right?
Mm.
We did 2 for last semester. We'll do 3 for this semester.
8.
Keeps going down. What the heck?
Dude.
I need you guys to roll me a d4.
All of us?
Somebody else roll.
Are we all rolling a d4 or
just a d4?
Roll it, Carly.
Hold on, not a d4, d6. D6.
D6.
Oh. So that it could be about any of us.
Yes, not just the people here. But it did land on the it's about you guys. So we're doing this about the whole party, not just you guys.
I hope it's about Ryza.
Oh my god, I do too. Fuck.
Jesus.
Are we taking Astron's roll of
what did Astron
It was a 3.
3.
I got 3. Yeah. Tony's here. Hi, Tony.
Hi, Tony.
Hey.
Stuck at work, but he's
you're
here
good.
now.
We have a character who writes the gossip column in the school newspaper, and we're talking about all the characters that he's thrown shade at. And his most recent target has been an individual who seemingly got here not on their own merit, but through nepotism.
Astron?
Yes.
Yeah.
The idea that just because your parent is successful and financially can help fund the school doesn't mean that you need to be treated like you're some special royalty.
He hasn't been, as far as I'm aware, right?
He talks about how your travel interrupted travel plans of other students by booting them out of their train cars. And how,
Astron finds this whole thing hysterical.
yeah, because here's the thing. You had no control over that. But it is true that you just said, I'm going to go to Gold Heart tomorrow, and your father is like, okay, I've organized it. Now you realize what he did was cancel people's rides, like for that entire car. You guys had an entire car with multiple compartments to yourselves.
Yeah.
So apparently that got back to him, and he's talking about kind of like just everyone is entitled to an education at Strixhaven. That's one of their core tenets, right? Is that if you're magical, you learn at Strixhaven. Or you learn things that are designated as safe to learn outside of Strixhaven. So he's not necessarily saying that you don't deserve to be here, but that you being here, you need to learn how to be a normal person. You don't get the privilege of your wealth and notoriety here. Here, you're just another student. So if you expect people to treat you like royalty, you're going to be sorely disappointed.
He wrote that specifically? He called her out in it? Yes. I didn't even know. Did he call her out?
Oh! Yes. And then he said, he's fair enough to say, I personally have not had any negative interactions with her. Ooh. And I have not heard of any truly heinous interactions on her part. But I fear that instances such as this holiday travel could lead to a inflated ego and and potentially her ostracizing herself from her fellow classmates. Something which
God, this guy's gonna have no friends.
Yes. Something that would be very sad for both her and those who might have been able to call themselves her friends.
Oh, Emerson.
I think Astrid finds this very funny because I think that she's had this same shit happen for decades at Golden Heart.
Yeah.
Like,
every once in a while, someone tries to undermine Urin's grip on the city and press, and he'll let out just enough so that it seems like there's a counter voice, like he's not totally crushing the propaganda, but it's always just enough for everyone to then shoot it down.
I think she keeps this on her desk.
She like frames it on a wall.
Syntax framed it too. I think he loves this column.
Yeah, it's like Goldheart's golden child is simply bronze at Strixhaven.
Wow. Oh my god, write that down.
Write that down.
Holy cow.
Astrid and Syntax pass in the hallway. Did you frame yours? Yeah, you.
I think we're laughing our ass off. I think we meet every issue and read it together in a snobby voice.
Did you see this shit?
Does he do a relationship column?
Oh,
That's
no.
what
He does
next
now.
time.
He does now.
Homework for next time.
Yeah, he does now. Or he has
I want to
like,
see the
write a
crazy
response,
ships.
you know.
Just like pick two characters at random and be like, these two people
Are
like
totally
what?
dating.
The okay.
He's just Rita Skeeter.
Yes.
That's what I
But he at
want.
least-
That's what I want.
He at least has some ethics.
That's
right
true.
now. He's still a first year. We don't know what he'll stoop to for success.
Those were pretty spicy, but yeah, he hasn't had a low season of like, ooh, I gotta write some bullshit.
Yeah, but also keep in mind, like, they're spicy, but he also was honest enough to say, like, I haven't actually heard that Astron has caused problems for people, except this. And that's a big problem because you changed people's plans. Like, people missed New Year's.
That wasn't even her.
But, yeah,
What's his
exactly.
name? Grayson, right?
Yes, Grayson Wildemere.
It's got to be called Grayson's Gossip or some shit.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the Wildemere Wild Corner with Grayson's Gossip. No, so I will say,
Oh my god.
Grayson is being incredibly ballsy going after Astrid.
Yeah.
Because he is from Goldheart.
That is interesting choice on his part.
And essentially he's saying is like, there's nothing wrong with you being treated that way here. I mean, there. But when you're here, you are equal to everyone else.
Damn.
And that does actually align with how he interacted with Imogene as well when he first met him. Because he was all about, like, you don't need to treat me because I'm like better than you, even though he obviously came from money. Again, let's show the picture of what this little twink ass looks like. That is the best description of him because he is a little bitch.
You created him.
This artwork existed. Technically, he's actually from the source book.
Yeah.
Which I fucking love.
I remember him now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember him too.
I remember
The little
texting
snotty
like a
boy.
saying that he looked like a bitch.
Yeah. And then he ended up somehow being nicer than Rubina.
Yeah.
Weird.
It's just
It was
Rubina's
all
more
covered.
competitive. That's the thing.
I'm gonna wreck this kid's shit.
Yeah, like if you ever become his true enemy, he's not gonna stop.
Sure.
Well, also I thought Rubina wasn't stop, but now she's terrified of Karithna. Okay. So
Things happen.
so Karithna has gotten to spend a lot of time with Mina Lizana. She obviously, when that letter came out, she knows that you're friends with Astron, so she would have been like, yeah, sorry, like it happens. It helps people read the paper. I'm sorry, his column, no one really in the thing here takes it seriously, but he's a great writer. Like he's very talented. Does that mean that he's telling the truth? No. Is it still really a fun read? Yeah.
Yes.
It really
fuck yeah, it is.
Like there's
It's
a reason
canon.
why
We 100% sit down and read that every week when it comes out.
like once a month. He has like his new gossip, right? He'll do like ask me things or like do talkbacks about the gossip throughout the month, but like every monthly issue is the new true gossip column. Okay. Syntax. You have probably interacted. I forget. Are you taking any additional courses? You're doing Quandrix, right? Okay. Yeah. So with doing Quandrix, you actually find yourself. I almost made a very interesting character choice. And
I kind of want to hear
it. I'm gonna sit with it. The person in the class with you is Xanther. Like, he's not good at math, but he kind of is, actually. Like, he's really good with projectile calculations. And a lot of that comes from him, like, always equating it to gymnastics and throwing. He's like, well, yeah, if you throw at this angle, then the flyer's gonna go like this.
That tracks.
And you have to have rotational energy if you want to do a full backflip.
He's just subtly good at physics. What the fuck?
He's actually like, he's an idiot, but he's got a math brain. Like, don't ask him to write an essay about it. But his math brain is great.
Jay just thinks math is sexy.
We like a thinker.
I know. I like to think we're walking to class the first time and Syntax is like, oh no, sweetie, the other, they're down there. The gym's over there.
Like, oh no, I'm going to the Quandrix.
Oh.
He just starts
He's like, gotta love that animus theorem. The fact that and then he like explains a very specific section of the theorem. Syntax, and then you're like, what?
And fucking, God, why am I blanking on his name? You just said it.
Xanther?
Xanther are both just the Legally Blondes of Quandrix.
Oh my god.
Yes. They're the pretty kids in the back, like, who like are putting on makeup during lecture.
Yeah,
Xanther's
but we're
like, I have to stay moisturized.
Obviously.
Oh my gosh, you use that brand too.
He's like, I'm an Earth Genasi, so yeah. I'm an Earth Genasi. We get literally ashy. So
and the teacher will be like, what are you talking about? And we'll be like, actually, you got this wrong in your notes, teach.
Oh my god.
Absolutely.
What, like
Fucking amazing.
He is, yeah.
I'm here for that choice.
Yeah,
Damn.
I was just looking and I'm like, who would it, you know what? Yeah. Okay. And then Astrid, remind me, are you taking any additional courses this semester? Like for another college? I just am forgetting off the top of my head.
I had said I couldn't pick which ones Astrid would do between Silver Quill or Lorehold.
Okay, and you're doing both.
I didn't know if I could do
Yeah,
both.
you totally can.
Prismari.
Yeah. So you already did Prismari last semester. So this semester, you'll be in Lorehold with Evelina.
Cool.
So it's you guys and Quintilius, and he's like, oh my goodness, Astrid, we haven't gotten to be good friends yet either. He's like, oh, I'm so excited for us to bond.
We have not. You made it very clear that you did not like me on principle.
I did.
She's just got a shitty grin on her face.
She's
just got a shitty grin on her face.
Yeah, he's like, that principle is shifting. Yes. He's a little disappointed that he like made a big deal of it, because you're obviously not like Auric, like you're obviously not that. So he was really mad at you like in the Radiant Citadel, but like now he's just kind of like, that was me when I was young and unaware. Like a month ago. I was but a child.
He's one of those people.
But yeah, I'm sorry. He starts quoting like whatever this world's equivalent of Shakespeare, like anything about being like young and immature. He starts quoting that. I'm sure there's some Shakespeare soliloquy about that.
She'll just lightly ruffle his hair and sit down next to Evie. As Marius, they're stick together.
Say, don't leave me alone.
Okay, yeah, he rolled low, so he's gonna shove himself between you guys. So he's in the middle. Yeah, he rolled low, so he's not picking up on the fact that that's obviously not what you guys want.
I love the character development of Quintilius so much.
He's an absolute idiot. We love him. He's kind of a himbo too, honestly, but like a twink version of a himbo.
My my favorite NPCs.
He's your favorite NPC?
And the what's in Gammon from this
Okay, well,
radio.
Gammon is everyone's favorite NPC. He's amazing, and I'm so close to bringing him to the college, like, in 2 years. Like, if the Radiant Citadel ever gets connected, like, I'm gonna come up with some excuse to bring Gammon in as a first year. Are you kidding me?
No.
It's gonna happen. I just can't do the voice for prolonged periods because it just lacerates my vocal cords. But, you know, the things we do for art.
Indeed.
Yeah, so that, and then Silver Quill, you actually are interacting with get on and on and on. I love that, like, he's obviously listening to the stream while he's, like, getting water or whatnot. I love that.
Watching his phone or something.
Yeah. I'm trying to look at people who would be in this class with you, and I honestly think there's not really any first years of... Here's the thing. Silver Quill is one of those colleges that... Yes, raise your hand, Karathana. What? You raised your hand, Karathana? Yes, go.
I was saying me. I'm also in it.
Oh, fuck. Okay, yeah. Sorry, Karathana. I'm just an idiot.
Besties.
Karen wins again.
And then Astrid, you are working at the bar. So what that means is you are working alongside Jivanish Stoutclaw.
I love him. I'm sorry, he's also my favorite one. How did I forget my boss?
Indiana Jones, yeah. Jivanish Stoutclaw. You learn for like the first month or so until you're comfortable enough to not just be a barback. So roll me a sleight of hand check. We're going to see how much you have learned about this. No, medicine. I'm sorry. It was medicine. Roll me a medicine check. And we're going to see how much you learned about being a bartender.
Thank God.
A crit. You are incredible. You learned it so fast that Javanesh is like, well, shit. Looks like I'm not the bartender anymore. I'm fine with it. I needed some time off. I have to start doing an independent study next year, so having someone here to cover for that time is helpful. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, well, I'm happy that you're good at that. Fuck this, hold on. Frantically looking to see if there's a place that starts with an M in our setting. Because Moscow Mule can't exist. So this, there's nothing that starts with an M in the setting. So this not Moscow Mule is so good.
Wait, think of it. Do mules exist?
Oh, of course. A mule is just a
I was
horse
trying to
and a
help you
donkey.
I was trying to help you out.
Oh,
give you
alliteration.
another
Okay, hold on. Yeah, let's get another this
please.
there's a drink called a sizzle sloth.
Oh my God.
This sizzle sloth is phenomenal. That's what a Bloody Mary is. A sizzle sloth, because it's spicy, except the difference is that it actually literally has sparks in it. It literally sizzles. We're in a magical school, guys.
It has pop rocks.
Yeah, it has pop rocks, but like they literally pop, not just like crackle.
Like pop rocks.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, it's like those little firecrackers you can throw on the ground and they like pop, and yeah, but it's on top of your drink.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, it's dangerous. You have to sign a waiver. It's canon now, guys. I laid too hard into it, but now it's canon. Yeah. So that's kind of everyone that you guys are interacting with on a normal basis. Syntax, again, you are interacting with Ertzmaktok because you work with him. You also are, of course, interacting with the Professor Dika and, of course, Nim. Are you and Ertzmaktok still brewing up your truth serum? Sorry, he doesn't have on headphones, so he actually can't hear anything I'm saying right now.
Oh my God.
So, we'll deal with that later. Oh no, he can because he has in the AirPods. Okay, cool. I love.
Yeah, I got that in as a delay, and I was like, "Oh yeah, no one can hear me, and I can't reply."
Yeah, I totally am an idiot. But yeah,
We're gonna brew it, but Syntax will be very honest of like, it's not gonna be for Mavinda now. It's gonna be an in cases.
Okay, he is going to be a little bitter about this. What's
Wrong? You don't want to help me because I'm not gonna poison a teacher?
It's less about not poisoning a teacher and more about did you glean the knowledge you needed from her?
I did, actually. I learned not from her, but I learned that when I do ask her about this, and I'm going to be straight up front with it, she actually won't have the answer for me. That's my theory, at least.
And why exactly do you believe that? He's saying this genuinely curiously.
Because another person who happened to have this information told me that, while they should know about it, that they have no memories of this. And I assume the same is for her.
Oh, is this no memories as in a mimetic, or no memories as in mind magic draining the memory?
It's all disgusting and way too prevalent in my life, so I don't know.
Prevalent in your life? He looks at you and he raises an eyebrow. Look, I'm going to be completely honest. Mind magic isn't quite my forte because it's honestly a little, and this is something I
dubious?
Do not say, well, I was going to say complicated. I'm not one to shy away from a challenge, but mind magic is about as challenging as you get, because if you mess up, you change someone permanently. But I'm intrigued. So perhaps we can come up with a way to, I don't know, detect those who have been affected by mind magic?
That's something we could work on.
Instead of a truth serum, would that be more helpful for your little escapade for the truth?
Would this... Yes, of course, absolutely.
As long as you tell me this truth as well, I am down to aid you in your discovery
I've been upfront.
process. You have, and that is why I am fine changing our agreement. Because it seems as though you are not withholding information from me, and therefore I have no need to withhold information from you.
Agreed. Fine, let's work on it. I'm curious to know what you can teach me.
I'm curious to know if I can do this.
Ha to the beakers.
He takes a sip and he's like, that was not drinkable.
What was
Over to the wash station.
He goes to the wash station for 20 minutes, starts washing out his mouth. And yeah.
Oh my God.
It's because he had his actual drink in another one of those beakers on his hip. Yeah. Right? And he just was holding the one.
Oh my God. He's 100% one of those people who drinks their coffee in a beaker just to be cool.
Yeah, because he thinks it's cool. It's his aesthetic. And at this point, he's you've been around him enough to know that it is just purely for aesthetic. And he's
it is cool. Syntax will never tell him, but he is jealous.
He's like, and why did you make your clockwork actually visible in the arm? Aesthetic.
Everything's about aesthetic and appearance.
Exactly.
He's the kid that's let me go take a sip of my coffee. That's paint water.
Yes, absolutely.
Won't say anything.
But the problem is that he drank and he's like, and I have 36 minutes. Let's keep watching this. He's like, 35. Okay.
I'm like, hurry quick. And he's like, keep taking notes.
He's like, keep taking notes. We're safe until I get to the 2-minute mark. Once my entire left side loses feeling, then I'll need the antidote, which is in the third drawer on the left. And then you guys walk in and you have to Dika's there and you have to pretend he's not
he's
slowly paralyzing
we're both
himself.
Hello.
He's like, you tell her and then we're kicked out again. And this will be permanent because this is violating all the safety procedures.
Is he? How many years in is he? I need to know how many years I have to have an illegal science.
I actually want to say he's the only third year you guys have met.
Oh shit.
Okay.
I could be incorrect with that, but I'm pretty sure I remember he's a third year.
Cool. He's as many years as he needs to be.
Yeah, and also people can stay later for projects or if they're working alongside professors or anything like that.
Fun.
And also, it's college, so not everyone graduates in 4 years, but they really try to make that happen because people are mandated to go here. It's not like they're getting money for you staying longer. But yeah. So that's kind of who you guys are interacting with a lot throughout this semester. In the first few weeks, sorry, I know we have another scene to do, but I also know this would happen early. Kaerthana and Xanther go on their date.
I forgot about this.
No. I want to do that scene after
this
next scene. Yeah, I want that to be a scene because there needs to be a pre-scene where Kay meets with Finn, Astrid, and Evie to get help for the date. So
you're absolutely right. Okay. We can do this properly. I have to think of where Xanther would take you on a date. Oh no, but you asked him.
Yeah, I was gonna say
him.
He's just coming.
Yeah.
What a wild group of people to ask for dating advice from,
right?
I feel like none of you have any experience except Syntax, and it's not good.
Syntax has not been on a date. Syntax has done other things.
Yeah.
No dates, just speed running.
Oh my God.
I like to think you just come from, you've come to, in one form or another, you come back from like class one day and we're just all in the like, hanging out by where we usually hang out, and we've just all got like snacks and like the stuff to be like, we're gonna sit here for as long as it takes, and we're just looking at you all like
everyone put it in their calendar and they've been waiting. Just haven't said anything to you, but they all remembered.
Kay walks in and we all simultaneously turn around like, thanks for joining us finally.
We all give you a look and you know this is about you.
Of course, Giuseppe probably like walks up and is like, "What are you doing?" And then you're like, "Oh, we're gonna go get food." And he's like,
"Go do your homework."
And he like, you guys convince him to like go save you a seat at the cafe, and you'll just never show up.
We go to the tavern. This is a tavern conversation.
True.
It's a tavern conversation.
This is 100% a tavern. Yeah, Astrid just finished her shift. Astrid, you're working. You got to be there working, and like we're at the bar.
The bartender.
Yeah,
they're all sitting at the bars.
But Astrid's like reserved one of the nice booths in like the corner. Is this an important discussion?
Yeah, and you're like, I'm taking my 15, and you like walk over.
I will say, I think, would you tell Javanesh what's happening?
No,
I would. Wait, who's that?
Javanesh.
The owl guy? I just assume he's the owl guy.
Yeah, I'm sorry. How did I already forget?
You're good.
We've only said 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, but you've only heard it a couple times anyways. Like, would he know, like, that you're gonna help some friends, like, figure this out?
I think she wouldn't get into specifics, but she'd just be like, a friend is going through a very specific big life moment and I need to help her.
Yeah, and he's like, I'll say no more. You're good. Go for it. If you need any other advice from me, I can also help, but I will stay out of it. But just know, I'm here.
I appreciate that very much.
He's a very friendly guy, but he's also like 7 feet tall, kind of always
he looks
like,
scary as fuck.
Has like these bones around his neck and like has Indiana Jones vibe where it's like he might shoot you in the face.
I love him very much.
But he's a sweetheart. Like, you've worked with him now for so long that, like, he's the person who, like, does the, like, the art on the top of the, cappuccino. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like, he's like that kind of guy. He's like, oh, I made it look like a pretty tree.
Emerson, he's beating out Quintilius for my favorite NPC now.
He should. He's amazing.
Fine, Quintilius has second place now.
Yeah, I'm totally fine with that. Javanesh I've been holding on to because he's incredible. But yeah.
Kaerthana. We got all your favorite foods.
As you guys all sit down.
Come.
I'm here.
Syntax said like a bunch of like garnishes from like cocktails up like it's food for her. It's like, here, cherries, eat.
Thank you.
Yeah, again.
Brings like drinks.
Javanesh will be very adamant about not serving anyone who's underage, though.
Oh, no,
and drinking
I mean, like,
18. But
No, I mean like
It's literally a bowl
regular.
of cherries.
no, I'm not saying that won't happen. Like that,
Oh.
you guys aren't eating or drinking non-alcoholic things. But like he may be cool, but he has a very hard rule for that.
We're on a school.
Cool.
Yeah, exactly. He kind of has to. And then as you're putting out the cherries, you just hear a boisterous boom as someone like kicks open the front door and runs in, holding an entire poster board under their arm. And then they get up to the table and open the trifold poster, and Quintilius pops out. Okay, so I've thought out the game plan for you. So first
How
step,
did you...
he
What?
knows about this. Are you kidding me?
Oh my god.
Jeez.
I'm just
You
going
are-
to stare at him
Yeah.
until he realizes.
Yeah, and so like he's getting into like, so like it's a 7-step process. And he's
Oh my
like
God.
overanalyzed all of it. Syntax, you suspiciously recognize like 5 of those steps from things he's done
Oh,
to
fuck.
you.
That I'm immediately like, why are you holding my hand?
Or like, yeah, no, just like all the steps that you're like, oh yeah, that right there, I definitely ruined that step for him. Like, you can see like, yeah, the first time that, okay, your first date in quotes, you can tell that he tried to do this and it didn't work.
Oh no.
Like,
Oh no.
I'm not going to bother saying the whole thing because I feel like halfway through he'll get like kind of insulted. He's like, no one's listening.
Oh
This
my god.
is a tried and true process. He gestures at Syntax.
This never worked. I always skip to step 7.
Oh my god.
Step 7
Wait.
is like covered in something like a sheet of paper that says like a surprise.
What is step 7?
I don't
think
we
you're
need
getting to step 7 yet.
No.
He glares at Syntax.
Okay,
Steps-
Earthana.
You just said it was a 7-step process.
Yes,
No,
the
I-
7th step is a little bit more personal. I don't think 7th step is good for your first date.
God.
Good enough for
Okay.
And why is it part of the process?
Because it's
If there.
the end.
Exactly.
Goal. It's a
So it's a plan, not a process.
okay. So maybe I used the wrong term, but the goal, it is a 7-step process. But the 7th step, it's like Maslow's hierarchy of needs. 7, like the top is self-actualization, right? So you need yes, Maslow exists in this setting. Don't question it.
Elias.
Um,
Elias.
Yeah, so he's just like randomly, and at this point, it's become like like he's defending his own argument, not helping Karathan at all. Eventually, he'll realize this, and he's like, "Oh, fine," and he'll fold up the thing and like shove it underneath the table.
Oh.
It's fine.
I just am asking
Takes a
for.
cherry and just aggressively eats it. Like bites too hard on the pit, and he's like, "I forgot these were not unpitted." And he like spits it
I
out.
just need help with where to go, and what to wear, and what to talk about.
Oh, that's all step 1 and 2. Could have just told me
I
you were
think-
figuring out step 1 and 2.
Quintilius, I appreciate your input, but I think I would like to hear from the rest of the group as well.
He huffs because he knows that you're right, but he doesn't want to admit it. So then he just kind of like huffs and sits back and like grabs the bowl of cherries from in front of you.
First off, what was your plan? What do you have already? What are your thoughts?
Well, I was thinking maybe we could just go on a walk around campus. I don't really.
I mean, I'm sorry, no comment. Keep going. Karathan accidentally casts Fireball on Quintilius.
No.
Okay, sorry, keep going.
Okay.
I'm not even here, he says as he eats another cherry and interrupts you again to say that he's just not there.
Can Astrid just slowly put her hand over his mouth?
he like
Pats him on the shoulder.
yeah, he like goes to bite you as you're like
A
putting
walk?
your hand over
That's-
his mouth. It's like no,
Kind of
no,
smack
no.
his cheek a little bit. Then let her speak. It's her date, Quintilius.
He just like
Besides,
does the like, but doesn't say anything.
You meant well.
Bes-
You meant well.
Now look who's interrupting her.
Shut the fuck up right now, both of you. This is why we don't invite you both to things.
Oh my god!
Fuck, take an
Go on, Kira,
inspiration
go, 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 go.
syntax.
Okay.
It's so fucked up.
A walk is, I know, it's fucked up because then it means that they're both going to assume they don't get invited to shit. Okay.
Cleansing breaths. Cleansing breaths.
A walk is fantastic. Keep it.
Thank you, Syntax.
Yes.
Besides acrobatics, I haven't actually spent that much time with Xanther, and I think it would be a good idea to spend time doing an activity where we can actually talk and get to know each other. Hence the walk. She kind of glares at Quintilius as she says it.
He's intentionally not making eye contact with you because he knows he was an asshole. But he doesn't want to, again, address it.
But I don't really have a plan outside of that.
Well, here's the thing. That's great. Get to know. Yes, most important. You also want to throw in something romantic there at the end.
Like, what?
I would suggest there's always, every time you walk through Silver Quill, there's some sort of student production
Yes,
outside
I was going to
something.
say the Rose Stage is having a Shakespeare reading festival.
Shakespeare?
It's a Spear Shake Festival.
Spear shake. Okay. Thank goodness. That I can deal with.
Shakespeare.
Oh yes, that would be. That's cute. Which one is it? A midwinter night dream?
A midwinter summer's day.
Oh, it's a good one. I hear. Yeah, go do that. And then you always leave it open at the end of.
It's Julio and Romiette. That's what it
Here's
is.
the thing.
God.
And she says, "Let me walk you back to your room."
Uh-huh.
That's how you know you've got a second date.
Oh, okay.
That's a good enough goal for the first time.
Okay.
I'd throw in maybe a kiss at the end. If you really want to be forward.
I don't think that might not be necessary. Like only if people are, only if they're both comfortable with it.
Sorry,
What?
that's really clever, Alexa. Billy shook Halibut.
I'm sorry.
Shook Halibut is absolutely his name.
Billy.
Sorry, but I'm not sorry.
Billy shook Halibut.
Look, all those little things like kisses and whatnot, they'll come or they won't. You have the right impression. And if you find out that he's a total idiot and you don't want to waste your time, you leave early. You can come up with an excuse, so you could just say this isn't working. Considering you go to class with him, I would keep it classy.
Right.
And we'll be around maybe if you need us.
Meaning?
Meaning, I don't know. I'm curious to go see this rose stage.
I feel like Quintilius would be mad at Syntax after that little quip and turn to Kareth and be like, he's planning on watching the entire date from a distance.
Oh my god.
Can you seriously look me in my eyes, Quintilius, and tell me that you weren't thinking of the same thing without telling me?
I mean, I can look you in the eyes and tell you I was going and am going to be doing the same thing. And I will tell you, but I thought it'd be better not to tell you and then act surprised when you say stuff that happened on the date. I'm only far enough away I can't hear you.
Oh my god.
We're not going to follow you on your walk.
No, but we will be at the stage. I mean, I'm literally performing in it.
Oh.
That's
I
why.
always
Why am I
performed
just hearing about this now? I feel like you usually...
I tell Syntax to tell you all the time.
I remember sometimes.
He's never remembered.
When I'm listening. Yeah, never ever.
It's like, I tell Syntax to tell you. I'm in something every month.
I was saving it for today.
Oh my god.
Aww.
Well, I'm excited to
He
see
says that
you.
like that's a nice thing. Like, aww.
Oh no.
I was going to see it anyway. You go on your date. We'll be around maybe. And then we can, when he drops you off, we'll be in your room already and we can gush about all the facts.
Okay.
Or, if you don't want us to talk about it, you can go back with him to his room. Mm-hmm.
That's where step 7 comes into play.
Let's not rush things.
No, step 7, remember, he's all about consent, and step 7 requires it.
I think we've gotten ahead of it. You're gonna do just fine. What you wanted to know what to wear?
Why don't you wear that fancy red dress?
Why don't we let her pick what she wants to wear herself?
Well, I mean, didn't we get all those bolts of fabric from?
Oh, that's to be saved for.
From that one place that.
Dragon got your tongue.
I mean,
we only got to pick out one.
No, we gotta say we're saving that for very special.
Yeah.
He raises an eyebrow of like, "Is this not special?"
No, this is like
a
prom thing.
Oh yes, okay, fine.
I don't know. I assume there's a fantasy prom.
There is.
Yeah, exactly.
Every 2 years.
Giuseppe's going to ask Astrid, isn't he?
We'll see.
Oh my God! Don't get ahead.
Next year because it's every 2
Whoa.
years.
Oh, golly.
Damn. Alright. Never mind.
Look, I'm sure you have something nice. We can go and look when we get back to your room.
Okay.
You seem like a flowers or ribbons in your hair type of person. We'll do it up.
Okay.
You don't want to go to...
like, besides the school robes, has, like, no clothes that exhibit any type of expression.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
Yeah, no, actually, I was going to say besides the outfit you made her, but now none, because that outfit was torn to shreds as well.
Yeah,
so there's nothing.
I'd offer you could look through my closet, but I don't know if my clothes would fit you, but you're welcome to look at, like, my accessories and things.
Okay.
And borrow anyone that you want.
How much... When is this? Tomorrow?
He raises Quintilius raises a finger. I can help with this, but I have to call in an expert.
Me?
No, an actual expert.
Oh, shit.
Are you okay with me
Alright.
calling it outsourcing this?
What does that mean?
Cool, I'll be right back. And he just like gallops out of there. Like that's the best way to put it. It's like the little like Scott hits like skipping step of like he's not trying to skip, but he's super excited to be useful.
Did he leave his poster board?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's
Dax
just
is gonna
underneath
take it.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
You know what step 7 is. Like you
I want to look at the whole thing.
Oh no, now I have to come
With
up
more
with it.
details. You don't have to.
No,
Do I know what step 7 is? I invented step 7.
It's like
It's
you
just a picture
open
of syntax.
you flip it open and like there's like a little confetti pops because it was covered for like step 7. So the confetti and like, you know, little like prestidigitation, like little, you know, sparks. And then it just says in really big text, just sex.
It
Just really big text underneath.
Oh my
Like it
God.
folds open, it's like boop-a-doo, little like fireworks and you know.
Well,
Syntax can't help but fucking chuckle a little
Yeah,
bit
it's
at
the
that.
dumbest thing you've ever
It is.
seen.
It is.
how good are his drawings?
Oh, they're bad.
Just checking.
He is not in Prismari.
He's not an artist.
He is not in Prismari
Well,
for
yeah.
visual arts.
just checking.
He is definitely not in there for any kind of art that is not acting.
I just wanted my educated guess confirmed. Thank you.
Yeah.
Here's your homework, Kaerthana.
Mm-hmm.
Write a little something cute, or pick some flowers, or bring something personal, sweet, some sort of gift, maybe.
I can do that.
And you can save it for the end or at the beginning. I prefer the end just because it gives it a bit more interest.
Very smart. Thank you, Syntax.
You're welcome. Evie, did you have anything to add? You always have some sort of sugar-coated something.
Well, I guess Or maybe wearing something, just wear whatever you're comfortable with. Doesn't have to be anything too fancy, it could be even casual. Just whatever makes you feel good.
Okay, thank you. I mean, I guess I feel good in most of my clothes. They are function over fashion, so.
There you go. And if whatever Quintilius is doing ends up being incredibly stupid, come knock on my door and we can make something.
What
You can
makes
always
you
say
think
no
it's
if it's
gonna
too
be
much.
dumb?
It's Quintilius.
I have no clue what you're talking about. He has never done anything wrong except most of the time.
We're literally holding his poster board.
Yes, again. Never done anything wrong except most of the time.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm trying to.
Most of the time.
Yes,
Except most of the time.
I'm trying to find this one specific artwork.
I want that on a shirt now.
I've never done anything wrong except most of the time.
Yes.
I feel like it's a very good description for that character.
Oh, for sure.
Except most of the time.
Except
I like to
most-
think he has that printed on like some stupid t-shirt pajamas that he wears to bed.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I'm
Wait,
not doing anything wrong besides most of the time.
better idea. He has those booty shorts, and that's on the ass.
It's really funny.
Oh my gosh. Is it where
Hear me out.
one text is on one side and then the rest of the text is on the other side?
Yes. Hear me out.
Never done anything wrong. Second cheek, except most of the time.
Except most of the-
You don't
Gosh
see
darn
it until he turns.
So he eventually does come back, accompanied by kind of exactly the type of person you probably would not have expected.
Which NPC is this?
Very blue-skinned genasi of some kind. In fact,
You
they
throwing it in.
Liza?
yeah, you've never met them before. They look
know, I'm
like
excited
they could
in
be a
UNPC.
professor,
Ooh.
maybe. Quintilius is like, this is the one, and he points at Caerthana, and the professor looms over at you. He's
Oh my
very
God.
tall, very thin.
Do we have art?
Yes, we do. I'll show it.
Okay,
in a
you
moment.
do your thing.
Yes, I see. Stand, child. Let me get a good look at my canvas.
Okay.
I'm the fashion instructor at Prismari.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. My name is Zep. Z-E-P. That is his name. Zep.
It's easy.
It's shortened because most students struggle with it, and it's a bit more memorable on clothing.
Oh, fuck.
Whoa.
He's actually kind of awesome.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
You're not sure. He could be a full genie. He might be a simply a genasi, but the amount of elemental magic that just radiates off of him, you're pretty sure he's a full genie.
Holy shit.
Come, my child. Let us step outside.
All right.
If I were to look at you, as he's outside in kind of this quad right in front, as I look at you, I see a tumultuous storm wrapped within a glass cage. Tell me, what element does your heart desire? If you could
Probably-
extend your being into your clothes, what would it be crafted of?
Flame.
Flame. I'm so happy you fucking said that because I have artwork of the dress that he's gonna make you.
Oh my god.
I'm so happy you said that. Okay. He
Oh,
says,
shit.
very good. Now understand this dress. I hear your date is this evening, correct?
Yes.
I will not be able to make you a dress that will last longer than midnight tonight. But
All right.
until that time, you will be the talk of the entire school. And he cracks his knuckles, and then you watch as water starts spiraling up from within the soil and starts spiraling around him. And almost like a dance, much like in the picture, he starts crafting something. You watch the water spiraling around you, and then it seems to ignite and begin to burn. And then all of a sudden, you have this gorgeous red dress.
Oh my.
What?
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
That's outfit for a walk.
I know.
And then,
gonna
yeah,
kill
exactly.
Xanther.
It's the most over the top. And Quintilius looks so fucking proud of himself.
You keep cutting in and out, Emerson.
Oh no. Yeah, so Quintilius looks incredibly proud of himself at this. Let me switch to technical difficulties real quick so I can fix my mic. I'm so sorry I was cutting in and out.
This is gonna kill Xanther.
He's gonna die.
Oh my god, Xanther's gonna lose his fucking mind.
Xanther's gonna take psychic damage.
You're too cool for me. We're breaking up.
Oh no!
Okay, there we go. I should
Over
be better.
before it began.
Yeah.
Wow, that dress is amazing.
Isn't it so cool? Okay, sorry. I wish the photo was a bit higher resolution, but it is still a very cool dress. Yeah. Ignore all the vampires in the background of the art.
Not important.
Yeah, that's not there. But yeah, so it's a dress with kind of the shoulder pieces going up into flame. Yeah. Go and win your heart's desire.
Holy shit.
Zep might be crying, but you're not sure.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
It is my pleasure.
Kay is going to pull Quinty in for a hug.
Oh.
He flinches away for a moment because of the fire, and then he's like, "Oh wait, it's not real. I forgot." And then he'll actually hug back.
Oh.
He's like,
Yeah.
I told you I'm not totally inadequate. Most of the
You
time.
are occasionally infuriating, but overall a very, very attentive, caring friend.
Oh, well, I've never been called attentive before, so I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
He'll separate and then smile at you. So, I hope you're ready for this walk and then theater show. He looks at you and then at everyone in a like, you're going to the show, right? kind of look. Yeah.
We'll see you there, Quinty. Break a leg.
I will, thank you. Oh shit, I have to go. I'm sorry if I'm going to eat before call time. I need to get going. And he heads off.
Throws a cherry at him.
Oh my god.
Why are you rolling?
It just hits him in the head. Like he processes it,
Just
like
as planned.
he sees you move, and he's like, "What?" And then it just like
Literally, like, does it and like, I'm doing this.
yeah. He rolled a 3
Oh my gosh. Perfect.
Oh,
for
God.
Dex. Yeah, he's normally not that bad. I just have rolled like
Yeah.
not higher than a 7 for
Just
him this
nods.
entire
You seem ready
day.
tonight.
It's perfect.
Yeah. So I hope
Okay.
you're okay with that dress because it's on you and you're not sure how to get it off you. Like it is magically, you are like sealed into this magically. Like, yeah. It's fine. This is fine.
Love that.
Hope you don't need to use the restroom.
Hey, that's what prestidigitation is for.
Oh my god.
Queen Ursula. Yeah.
No!
Am I
Emerson.
wrong?
No, you're right.
Emerson.
Yeah,
You're
you
right.
can just magic it
But
away.
you didn't need to say it.
Hey, you can use
Used to, like-
prestidigitation to shit someone else's pants. So, like, you can use it to unshit yours. So, just
That
saying.
was done. That was
Terrible.
done.
Yeah,
You go into the
it's not
bathrooms and you have all these fucking layers on your of like dress and shit. Fuck it, I'm just gonna piss myself. That's terrible.
Yeah, I don't
No
like the
one will
implication.
know.
Guys, this is why stories don't address how people go to the restroom. You just don't question it. Like Battle of Helm's Deep and Lord of the Rings, they're fighting all night. They had to go to the restroom at some point. What are they going to say to the orc? Like, no, bye. I'm sorry. I got to go to the restroom. I'll be back.
Potty break.
Yeah.
Potty
Speaking
break.
of, we
Oh,
actually
we can take a bathroom break. Yeah.
should take a bathroom break. But I was also going to say I was planning on ending it around 10 anyways.
What? No, we have to do this date.
Yeah,
We
okay.
have to
I mean,
do
I
the
was
date.
going to do the date and then end it just because of we don't have a ton of people here. We can end a little bit early. I know I'm a little sleep deprived just because I've been sleeping poorly. But that's
Same.
also up to people. If people are okay with kind of pushing through to 10.
I need to see this finish.
Yeah, no, I want to finish this, but are you guys okay with us not doing a break and just pushing the next 20 minutes? Or
I'm
do you
fine
guys
with that.
still need a break?
I get up when I need to.
Yeah, it's totally fine if you still need a break. That's not a problem.
The break would be nice.
Cool. Yeah, we're good. Let's take a little break, and then we'll be back in 10 minutes or so. Does that work for everyone?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. We will be right back. See you guys. I don't know why I did that in a weird voice. Bye.
Then let out a banshee's shriek.
Hey, we are back, and thanks for chilling while we... Oh, my shoulder just popped. Thank you for chilling while we were doing our break. We are back at it, and it is Dateline.
Wait.
No.
Wait.
That's
Oh my
terrifying.
No, what is the term? Oh my
Hold on.
god.
Date night?
Yes!
How do you look that up?
And this is Dateline,
Oh,
where we talk about how Kaviefina never made it to her dorm.
Let's be real, it's Xanther who never made it to
How-
his dorm.
Oh my god. How do you blow the layup that badly, my guy?
I am sleep deprived. Apparently a little bit more than I thought.
Fucking hell.
Please get sleep when
You-
we're done today.
Are going. I'll sleep when I'm dead.
That's the spirit.
Probably sooner rather than later, unless I sleep. Okay.
You would be bold, buddy.
Hey, okay. No, I think I'm just getting over a cold, so my brain's just kind of all wonky. Date, time, date night
Oh my god.
with Xanther.
Today.
Yeah.
Right
Um,
now.
Also, I would like to point out Jerry is a bully, but he also has been present for like every linguistic mess up I've made in the game, pretty much, which is also true. Oh, except Deja. Deja was there when I named a character Lesfonda because I slurred.
I still think of him. I still think of him to this day.
He was supposed to be a very like not important character, and he ended up being massively important. But he,
in my heart forever.
yeah, he's great. He had a disproportionate hate for Dragon Chess.
Wait. But explain why his name
Why his name's Lesfonda?
is Lesfonda.
It's because I slurred when they asked what his name was. I said, "Let's find out," and they're like, "Lesfonda," and I was like, "It is now." So
What a
yeah.
stupid reason.
Totally
Well, because it
taking
kind of
your
sounded
shit.
like a name, so I was like, Lesfonda,
Lesfonda.
that's fine. But then they became relevant. They were just a tavern owner, but like they became very
Wait.
important to the plot. And then it was just
Wait.
like I have to.
Damn, you've never fucked up that much.
Well, because I fucking learned.
Yeah, it was great though.
Yeah, I mean, he was a great character, I will say.
Very, very intense sexual tension between him and Anahita. It was intense.
Was it? I forgot
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well,
Jerry says Boblin the Goblin.
did I didn't make a boblin, did I? Please tell me I didn't make a boblin.
No.
Probably not.
I'm like I've fallen far, but not that far. Okay, good. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. The moment I said I had a character named Animo, he's like animal, and
That's what I
Jerry,
said.
yeah, is the worst. Okay. So
on
you
you, man.
are Xanther. Xanther is here.
You
with
are Xanther. You are Xanther.
We just spent like
I was
5
really
minutes
hoping.
talking about your blunders.
I was really hoping that this
No,
would like
that's how you
hit
think
by
we're done.
10, but not before
We
10.
should start the sessions at 10.
No, because we'd get
Real
nowhere.
quality.
We'd get nowhere because it would just be me saying stuff that don't make sense. Like, wait, I'm Xanther now? This is Dateline? What? Like, I don't... Okay.
Jerry says, I'll never forgive you for Chimera the Chimera. Explain yourself.
I didn't do that.
Ignore Jerry. We have a session to finish.
I really hope I didn't do that, but the problem is I'm not sure because that does sound like something I
Tell
do.
me after.
But
It
he
does
also
sound
named a
like
character
daytime, daytime.
Imagine. He also named a character Imagine. So,
I'm aware.
oh fuck, I did. I did do that name.
Emerson, don't listen to Jerry.
Yeah, sorry. It was a
Don't
superhero.
worry.
It was a superhero game. So I made a villain who's a chimera named Kai Mara.
Yeah, all
I
right.
thought that wasn't too bad.
Pretty funny.
Eat my ass, thanks. My favorite was Tyrannix, Dr. Tyrannix, which was a brilliant T-Rex from an alternate timeline where dinosaurs evolved sapiens. And he was a brilliant genius, but he got stranded in our reality. And
For fuck's sake, we have a session to do. This is not after.
fuck,
We
you're
have
right.
such.
You're right.
The only
I'm so
reason I'm
sorry.
telling you this is because it's going to take at least 30 minutes to an hour.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you still have a scene with Evie and
Fuck, you're right. You're right. Okay.
No, that's not happening. I gave up on
After.
that.
No, we're doing that because I always end up
What?
accidentally not doing a scene with Evie, and I feel bad. So we're gonna do that.
Okay, that's a yeah. Okay.
Okay, Kaethana. You and Xanther meet at the designated meeting spot. He is wearing
A tuxedo T-shirt.
yeah, actually, he's essentially wearing the equivalent of a tuxedo T-shirt.
Amazing.
I love that.
I do too.
But he does actually have a bouquet of flowers. And they look like they have some kind of like magical prestidigitation, like stone or something in it, because they're like floating off little like petals, right? Like obviously that's not happening, but it's like kind of floating out of it. And he's like, he sees you and he just literally is like dumbfounded. And he's just like, I'm so underdressed.
I think you look great.
These are for you. And then he hands you the flowers. I enchanted them because I find you enchanting.
There it is.
You can tell that like he definitely rehearsed that one, but that might be the only thing he rehearsed because like now there's a little bit of fear in his eyes.
Oh,
He's
no.
got little cue cards, and that's the only thing he wrote. The second
that's
dot
like he
is
has
make more notes,
He has a single cue card, and that was it.
and underneath it says finished cue cards.
Yeah.
Tosses it.
But he's like, really though, you look phenomenal. The dress is cool too, but you could have come in just your school robes and you still would have been the prettiest thing I've seen.
Oh.
Thank you, Xanther. It's the beginning of the day, and she's already like full steam. Totally steaming.
And then he'll like extend his arm for you to like link your arm with him. And then he's like, you don't have to be nervous. I promise you. If I could produce steam, I'd be boiling.
Like a lobster.
Oh my god.
Yeah, boiling like a lobster. So, what are we doing?
Well, I thought we could walk around campus and head over to see that show going on tonight.
Oh, the one at the Rose stage. Yeah. That
Yeah.
sounds wonderful. I'm always down for a nice stretch of the legs. He does like a lunge as he says this and then realizes like it was a little much and then he like stands back up and like, you know,
Yeah.
is like a gentleman again and puts his arm out for you.
When he did that lunge, because Kay had already taken his arm too, she basically had to lunge with him.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, sorry, sometimes my body moves before my brain tells it to. Which I guess is technically impossible, but you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Cool.
So we're in the bushes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just us three.
Yeah.
Yeah, who all is spying?
Is he here?
Us
Come
three.
on. Evie wants to know.
Evie will be there just in case if Rabina's there so she can do something about
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I love that that's your reason. Like,
No,
Edie's
we
there
actually need to
because she
talk
wants to
about
watch
that
the
because
date.
I'm here for the
Like,
same thing. Okay, so we didn't say this yet, but I think the reason we're all here is because if this is going to be Kaerthana's Cinderella moment, we have to make sure her stepsisters aren't here.
Agreed.
Mhm.
And, I mean, depending on how good or bad it goes, Kaerthana might have an explosion, and we need to be there to tell her it's okay.
I forgot about that.
Also,
I mean, I didn't.
How could
but,
you?
But believe me, I didn't.
Oh,
but,
I'm
like,
just, yeah.
I forgot how
God.
easy of a possibility it is, especially in a
Well-
crowded theater.
Oh, it's
Let's-
outdoors.
still a theater.
Ooh.
But no. Xanther rolled really low, so at least he's not noticing you guys.
God.
Great.
I don't know if Kaerthana is paying attention to you guys or even really caring too much.
We're not close enough to hear anything,
No,
even.
no. I figured you weren't.
Like, she's smiling, but it could be fake smiles. I don't know.
mean,
I also feel like
just-
the
it just
amount of
hurts.
steam is probably visible from this range.
Probably.
5! Awesome. You're in the same
You
boat
don't know
because
where
he
we are.
rolled a 5 as well. So,
Fives.
yeah, both of you
You're
guys
paying
literally
attention
can
to the
only see
others.
each other. That's really
Yeah.
cute, actually.
And not that
Yeah,
assassin in the
honestly, she probably kind of might have looked a little bit, but already knows that her friends might be around and kind of almost doesn't want to see them or know where they are.
Yeah, I totally
So-
get that.
Ah,
Smart.
Um,
Smart.
yeah, you guys start walking.
Just imagining the Scooby-Doo thing of the bush
You
that we're
know-
hiding in picks up and moves.
I'm gonna. I know it's a date, but I'm gonna have you make a charisma roll for me. So any charisma
Ooh.
skill. Are you performing? Is this like a performative date? Are you trying to be really cool? Is this just talking? Is it persuasion? How do you think Kaerthana is approaching the conversation as you guys walk?
She is. I don't think it's fake. I think she's actually trying very hard not to put a damper on her emotions. So I think that's actually where most of her focus is.
Cool.
So
Okay.
she's trying to not perform and
So-
trying.
Roll this with advantage then.
Okay.
Persuasion
just-
with advantage.
Persuasion
So
with
twice and then the
advantage.
better result.
My rolls are coming through really slow today.
You're
so
fine. That is a 9 for your first roll. Oh shit, you have +5.
yeah.
And a 9 for the second roll? Do
Holy
keep
shit.
in mind, you do have inspiration you can burn if you so choose.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, go for it.
If it's another 9,
If
That's
it's
going to
another
be
9,
so
you
silly.
you should get
that's
it.
just,
Yeah.
it's a 9.
Yeah. Are you shitting me? Okay.
odds of that.
So
the
now I'm worried that your dice is broken, so roll again for me.
Okay.
But
Oh my
that's
God.
incredible.
Hang on, what are the odds? That's low.
That's-
Screenshot that.
3 of the same number in a row.
Maybe my dice are broken.
Hang on, I
Give me
need
a
to do
sec.
the math on
Oh
that.
no.
If it's another
Whoa.
9, it's broken.
It's broken.
Dude.
Okay, give me a sec. Let me refresh.
What if it wasn't broken though?
Holy
There's
One
no
more time.
way.
I want you to do
Overtime.
one more.
Do
I need to
one
know.
more. One more.
Wait, I already refreshed
Okay.
it.
we're fine.
Oh.
Oh
I'm
my
so
I
sorry.
don't know. I feel like 4 is pretty convincingly broken because
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
like
but not
Yeah.
3.
Oh my
it's another
God!
gosh.
again. Do it one more time. Again.
Okay,
Sorry.
okay.
This is the new
Just one
encounter.
more.
I'm having so much fun.
I've never. They can't be. There's no way.
That's absolutely
Okay.
broken.
Fine.
Oy.
Wait. Does
How
that
many
mean
was
it
that,
wasn't
4?
broken?
1,
I don't
2,
think
3,
it
4,
was.
5.
The math on that is so slam.
Okay,
we're talking
so-
like 0.00.
This is insane. So you know
I
what?
feel like it was broken.
We're just gonna do this all over again. You didn't waste that inspiration. None of these count.
Okay.
Okay.
Emerson, you're testing the dice gods.
No, I
Why
know.
would you do this on her date?
Roll
But the
20
thing
really
is
is like, no,
that-
you're gonna.
No, that's 5 in a row. Like mathematically, that really has to be broken.
It's gotta be.
So you want me to do it twice again?
Yeah, twice again, take the better result.
Okay.
If it goes back to 9s, I'm
If it
gonna
goes back to
scream.
9,
Oh,
okay.
yikes.
Well,
The dice gods were like, fuck you, natural 1 now.
Fuck.
I mean, if it is, it is. But
oh my god!
it's 9.
But it-
We're keeping it 9. I'm sorry. Yeah, dice
Emerson.
gods have spoken. It is 9.
Shit.
Great comeback, though.
Yeah. Okay. So keep in mind 10 is average. So it's a little bit of an awkward date. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. And given who you are, not to be weird, like I know you technically have a high persuasion skill, but you bottle up your emotions. So given who you are, you have got to that point where I think like
I
a
think
third
you're
of the way through the
oversharing.
date. Well, I think a third of the way through the date, new fear crosses your mind of, wait, but I've never been this forward with him with my emotions before. So what if he thinks
Maybe
I'm
he
faking
liked
it?
me. Bro,
Yeah.
okay.
So a 9 is one of those things where, like, realistically, the date's fine. It's not a problem because 10 is average. But you probably perceive it as a little bit worse than it is, right? And so because of that, you kind of have a bit of awkwardness that he kind of starts picking up on. He's also going to roll, so let's do a d20 and just see what it is. His is a 12. So that's kind of exactly balancing each other out. Because if these were ability scores, you have a -1 modifier. He has a +1 modifier, right? Like they're kind of evening out. So between the two of you, it's kind of just normal. It's not quite romantic, but it's also not quite... It's not like it's just two friends walking around, right? Like there's chemistry, but it's not like incredible.
This is fascinating, by the way. I'm interested.
Then, let's get to the second half of this. But is there anything you'd like to say? You can also roleplay. Obviously, I'm not saying you shouldn't roleplay. But as you're walking, he would probably tell you little anecdotes of like, oh, I once did a flip off that ledge. Things that like aren't actually good anecdotes, but like there's silence and he has to fill it kind of anecdote.
Yeah, Kay is probably trying to lead with questions. Just trying to get to know Xanther. So, like, besides acrobatics, what else do you do for fun?
That's a good question. Let me see what it says on my character profile. For a moment, I probably should have had this open.
Let me check my
Let me
note
check
card.
my notes about myself. So I was about to be like,
pretty awkward.
besides my exceptional athleticism, honestly, I just do a lot of physical. I dance a lot and various aerial gymnastics. Oh my god, it's making me yawn. Sorry, it's like a half yawn of a voice. So like it, yeah. And so,
What kind of dancing do you do?
well, a lot of it's more floor work gymnastics than over dancing, but I'm trying to learn ballroom style dancing, but I'm still figuring it out a little bit. Sorry, Alexa made a very good comment, and it's true now. He had notes on his hand, and it's like, you can see it. It's like 5 bullet points, like ask about day, compliment
Aw.
clothes, Like, like the very simple, like he used all of them in the first sentence. And so like now it's not helpful. But whenever it gets like a little too awkward, he'll repeat one of them. He'll be like, how was your day? And you're like, I've answered 3 times, but it's still good. But you ask like things he likes. He also talks like, I also like to try to, keep people in a good mood. That's why I always, shout affirmations throughout the day, I feel like the best way to be yourself and to get other people to be them best self is we're ignoring
going.
it. Shut up.
It's
is
good.
To, be positive. There's so much negative going on, and there's so much bad stuff that, like, I don't have to be reminding people of all that, Like,
I admire that about you.
Well, I admire your strength. You're remarkable. You've got all this power and passion and emotion, and you pursue it, even when it scares you some. And that's, I'm lucky I haven't really had to deal with any challenges like that, and, I honestly don't think I'd be as strong as you. Muscles are one thing, but true strength, that's in here. He, like, taps his chest.
Oh.
Or I guess it's in there, and then he points at your chest.
Thank you.
Eventually, you guys get to Silver Quill Campus. Once you're there, you can see a bit of a crowd forming on the far side near the Rose stage. Where's Silver Quill? Did I lose Silver? There it is. Near Silver Quill Campus, the Rose stage. And this kind of circular amphitheater, it's almost shaped, think of like 2 horseshoes wedged together. So it is a theater in the round, but I guess it's more of a theater in the oblong. And it seems like about the back half of this amphitheater has been kind of cut off as like a pseudo backstage. So it's sort of the front half lengthwise and then curving a little bit on the sides. That is the audience. You guys find seats. You do see faces that you recognize in the audience. Roll for me. Roll for me, first off. This is just overall to see how stable you are feeling right now. Roll for me a charisma saving throw. Nothing's going to happen from this unless you crit fail it. Oh, you're fine. That was a crit success. You are fine.
Whoa.
I'm actually really disappointed because you've succeeded on like every charisma save except one time.
Listen, you can have her just auto fail for story purposes sometimes.
I will. We're going to keep doing more rolls, and if it goes bad, it's going to auto fail in the middle of this audience.
Good luck, though.
Why would you do this?
And then,
I can't believe you've done this.
So you see some people that you recognize. You see your friends who are intentionally giving you, space. But they came to see the show. You see them. They do seem to sit behind you somewhere. Like over and behind, but they're like 5 rows up to the right, So it's like they absolutely can watch you just as easily as they can watch the show.
If Kay ever makes eye contact, Ashton just waves.
Evie as well. I'll be like,
Xanther will wave at you guys too. He doesn't really get that you guys are watching their date, right? He's just like, oh, we know them. They're your friends. Hey, friends.
Second he turns away, she gives a big thumbs up.
Yeah. He essentially does the thing to like Kareth and I, like, oh, we probably should have invited them to sit with us. You know, like kind of not realizing that that's undermining the date. Like trying to be nice, but it sounds like he's like not happy with the date, right? In Kaerthana's mind anyways, with that 9. You're like, it's because he's unhappy. It's because I'm not real. It's, you know, just all of the teenage, like, it's the end of the world moments. Eventually, the lights, I guess it's outside, so the lights go up.
The lamp.
Yeah, and the show starts. It's really good. Yeah, Quintilius has like one line.
I thought you'd have like a good role.
No, he's a freshman.
Okay, baby freshman.
He's a freshman.
He has time.
Yeah,
He has time.
Let's be real. Like if seniority is a thing in anything, it's school theater. Like he's
one of the trees.
Yeah, he's pretty much so like if this were Into the Woods, he's Cinderella's dad. It's like the carriage is waiting, and that's it. You know?
Holy shit.
You know, he's like dinner guest number 4, where it's like he has a line, he has lines, but not a name, right?
He's not even number 1, he's number 4.
Yes. And he's really like, he's not that bad, honestly. But again, it's not like he has the opportunity to be that good.
Yeah.
But what you will say is that he's not like some of them who do that whole like, when I'm on stage, I'm going to be the star. Like, no, he seems to actually get his role and perform it well.
Syntax is going to watch him the whole time.
That's actually really cute. Yeah, nameless house guest at the beginning of the Nutcracker. Absolutely. But Kaerthana. Are you going to like try to hold his hand or anything during the...
Yeah, I was literally about to say that.
Check.
Sleight of hand.
Sneak it?
Sleight of hand. It's, you know, are you being like smooth with your hand, right? I know that sounds like
the right moment.
Yeah, it has to be the right moment. Like, is it sleight of hand? Go for it. I just want to do a fun skill, honestly.
Me too.
Holy
Oh my gosh.
There's like a line about like, you know, like the hot soulmate, and like that's right, like when you time like sliding the hand in.
Incredible.
And he holds it back, like it is a held. It's not just like, you know. And as you grab his hand, afterward he sort of leans his head on you. Right? It's going really well.
Emerson is Rubina here.
Why would you ask that?
Because I need to know.
And then
because I need to.
A character comes out on stage. A character played by Rubina.
No.
She may be a freshman, but she has a named part. Kind of like a Cinderella's sister, right? Kind of like the stepsister vibe, where
evil
it's,
seductress.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Where it's a character role, and she's damn good at it.
Lady Macbeth.
And then, Deja, are you trying to hide that you guys are here at all from her?
No.
Okay, cool. So she doesn't need to roll anything because you are wearing a dress that lights you up.
Damn.
So she sees you immediately and locks eyes with you. Xander resting his head on top of your head.
Get wrecked.
I'm afraid.
And she...
Do we see this? Does Syntax see this? Like this moment of confrontation?
Roll perceptions for me, because it's during the show.
Shit, I'm so bad at perception.
Oh my gosh.
Jason, the wicked bitch of the West.
Just syntax or all three? of us?
Anyone,
11.
you guys are watching both, so
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, she's coming out. We're all like, fuck, and we're paying it.
yeah.
This
the
is why we
moment
came.
You see who she is, you're like, oh fuck. And then
Oh.
Evelina's like, who is that? They're a good actress. And then Astrid is probably like, oh yeah, she does look familiar. Syntax recognizes her. We will see if Syntax sees this confrontation when we see Rubina's performance check.
Okay.
Shit.
That was
gonna
an
be good.
18, even pre-modifiers, so doesn't phase her, seemingly. Carathina, you made eye contact. You know she saw it.
I want to cast Bless
Yeah.
on Carathina.
Cast what?
Bless.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It just gives her some bonusy saving throws. Just because I know she's a bitch who can whisper into your fucking mind.
Yeah, from experience.
That's my reasoning.
That was actually really smart.
That's why I asked if she
You
was
watch
here.
as hold on.
Fuck.
You shit on his whole day.
It doesn't fix everything.
No,
it just
it's
helps.
a smart move. It's genuinely smart. Hold on. For some reason, this one. Well, I'm looking something up real quick. So apologies. So apologies.
I'm looking up an evil spell.
Very good.
Ooh,
Yeah, how
she
dare
ain't
you.
ruining this night.
Do make so she does her like line where she's snarky to the Cinderella type character. Yes, this is
Yeah.
Shakespeare. We're just
No,
using
this whole night has been themed
yeah,
for Cinderella.
exactly.
It's so true.
So she does the like
Clever.
snarky line at the Cinderella character. But as she's saying it, Carathina, you feel and you see her eyes shift from that character to you, and you feel the magic starting to infuse into you. Roll a wisdom saving throw for me.
You add a D4. You get.
I
You've
cast
been blessed.
gun.
I cast gun. I cast bitchiness. I cast gun.
18.
Woo!
That's good.
Did you add your D4?
Oh, D4 plus a D4.
Yeah, plus a
Yeah.
D4.
I mean, you're fine, but yeah.
I want to know how good. She's fucking awesome.
Whoops.
Whoa,
I
what a
meant to just do-
D4.
What a D4. I don't know why that was so funny.
What?
What a D4.
Wild.
I guess just the 3 then, the first one.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so
So 21.
that's disgustingly good. You just like smile back to her as it doesn't even faze you. Like the moment he laid his head on top of you, like all of your fears are gone. It almost feels like the world has blessed you in this moment. Because again, you don't know you've been blessed by Syntax.
Yeah.
So you literally feel like divinely fantastic right now.
Bliss.
So here's the thing. You are incredibly relaxed and blissful right now. Probably less guarded than you've ever been. So roll me a charisma saving throw to see just how relaxed and unguarded and not in control you are.
Ooh, you let that guard down.
Yeah, you did. I want this one to be the one you failed. Damn it! I wanted for the trauma, this one be the one that you fail because you finally have a happy moment and then it all goes to hell. I was so happy.
No, she finally gets her happy moment,
No,
and she gets her
I know
happy
she
moment.
gets it.
I know, we're
Oh,
working so hard
fuck.
for this.
I'm trying to fuck it up, man.
How could you?
The number of
worked
rolls
it
I
now.
made you roll just for fucking
So
date.
many! So many!
The number of 9s I've made you roll.
She finally made a breakthrough earlier.
Yeah, well, fuck. It goes great. Like, it's great. The rest of the show is amazing. And then I will say the finale of the show is the most extra, most extravagant thing that you have ever seen. It's incredible.
What?
Yes.
Oh my
God.
Yeah,
Incredible.
it's incredible. Quintilius is the one down at the like bottom with like hand down on the no, he's the guy who's facing backwards on the right.
Yeah, definitely backwards.
Rubina is one of the 2 girls like doing the splits in the front, right?
sure.
And yeah, it's incredible. The ink is like flowing around them. There's lights flying, like drifting through. It really could not be more romantic. As this like light and ink like drifts across the audience and dissipates as the lights fade up. Yeah.
Woo.
The date was incredible.
We love that for Kay. Let's go.
Are the rest of us just sitting in the dorms waiting?
Yeah, you roll a just a flat d20 for me. This is a luck roll for me.
Okay.
$12. Okay. You notice at the front row as you're walking out, sits a fellow taking notes on the performance. As you guys walk by, Xanther waves at me. He's like, "Hey, Grayson, wasn't that show great?" Grayson looks at you guys, and just a spark of realization triggers in his eyes, and he's like, "Yes, it was fantastic. You two are quite the beautiful couple." And then he's like, "Thank you. I'm obviously the underdressed one here." And then he looks at you with just like pure compassion in his eyes. And then Grayson nods. He's like, "That is truly a stunning dress. Kudos to your
Thank you.
designer. And of
Thank
course,
you.
you wear it quite well." He
Thank you.
nods to you and then goes back to taking notes. But you notice he seems to be keeping one eye on you guys.
Ooh.
Fucking...
Ooh.
Hold on. Time... Sorry. Automod got mad at Alexa.
Thanks.
I didn't see that. I'm like, oh my god, that's amazing. But it triggered strangle a twink as a hate sentence. Well, because it is a possible threat. So I had to approve it. I did approve that. But I was like, why is it all in a different
What the fuck?
Oh my god, apparently I added it as a permitted term. So if you say strangle a twink in all caps, it is a permitted term now.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But yeah. Okay. Yeah, so that's
what we're all about here in Strixhaven.
But yeah.
Hang on, yeah, back to
Is there anything the rest of the date is smooth. As you walk back to your dorms, you don't catch sight of Rubina as you're walking. That's what the luck check really was about. If you got above a 10, she would not show her face again. Below a 10, she might. Below a 5, there'd be a confrontation.
Oh, Evie would have held person before that happened.
Oh, I'm sure.
100%.
But there would have been an attempted thing, right? Quintilius comes out. He sees that you guys are actually there. and he seems a lot more bashful than you might have expected. He's like, it was just a small little bit part, but
I want to say, because we knew this was happening, as he's coming, Syntax is going to have just the most smug look as he's just holding like a bouquet of flowers for him.
Oh.
Because it's funny.
Yeah, that like pretty much breaks him. Like he's just like really like blushing to where his ears are red. And then just like, I mean, it was just, I don't need that. It was just,
I heard this was something you do for people in shows. Do you not want them?
No, I mean, I'll take them. But
Hands him over.
You notice he's like holding them a little tighter than he probably should, but like, it means a lot to him. But he's not gonna act like it does. Yeah. Karithna and Xanther, you guys walk back to the freshman dorms. It's a little awkward. Like he'll walk you up to the like wall of doors, and he's like, "This is my stop, but I guess it's also your stop, because these doors open to anyone's dorm."
Right.
Yeah, yeah. This was really nice.
I had a really great time with you, Xanther, and Syntax kind of told me that it would be nice if I did or brought something to the date that kind of shows how important it is to me. So I appreciate the flowers, and I kind of wanted to show something to you.
He looks like very excited, but also like didn't expect this, so he like doesn't know what to say. He's like, yeah, okay.
So, I'm going to say that this is possible, but if it's not, you go ahead and let me know. But for narrative, Kay is kind of going to infuse her flame with prestidigitation, and she's going to, through her fire, show a few moments of Xanther from her eyes, of moments like during acrobatics and or class where she, like, the spark kind of like began for her. So like a moment where he's doing like a back handspring, and a moment in class where like someone tripped and he helped them up. And so she's going to show him maybe like a few scenes, and then the last scene is going to be the view of her watching the show tonight, and just like the shadow of him putting his head on top of hers.
I love that. Through the like glorious sparks of this whole thing, at the end he sort of steps through them to you, and you two are standing very close, and he looks down and says very quietly, "Karithna, would you be alright if I kissed you?"
Yeah.
And then he, anyone seeing this from a distance sees that he does a little like, yes, fist at his side. But Karithna right now is only looking into his eyes, so it seems very romantic, like he didn't just do that. And then he kisses Karithna. And yeah, it's very sweet. Yeah, Mr. Consent, absolutely. You can't imagine he would just seize the moment. He's going to interrupt it with a, yeah.
It's precious. It's precious always.
And yeah, he is. It was amazing. And then he'll step back and gesture to the door. It's like, have a wonderful evening, Karithna. I know I did.
You too. Thank you, Xanther.
He gives you like an awkward bow that like was very great, but then he realized that he fucking bowed.
Oh my god.
And so he like sits up, like scratches the back of his neck. He's like, I don't really know why I did that. I'm not a bower, but like, okay. And he like goes over to his door. Really though, let's do this again, okay? I'd like to.
Okay.
So yeah, yeah.
See you in class.
Yeah, he'll be like, I'll see you at gymnastics tomorrow.
See you then.
And then he like goes a little too fast into his bedroom. You know what I mean? Like, like he like tries to open. Hold on.
I thought you were about to say it goes too fast into the door and slams right into it.
He does. He tries to. I just rolled a dex check and he did not go well. He like tries to open the door, but it's like he didn't open it fast enough, so he kind of like bumbles into it, and he's like, "Oh, how did that get there?" And then he like opens it all the way and goes in. Yeah.
Are they all waiting in Kay's room, or were they waiting in the regular, like, communal area?
Oh, I'm sure they were in the regular communal area and saw this whole thing happen. But it was like
Oh,
quiet.
no.
Syntax said
We
Kay's
would have
room.
waited.
Kay's
Oh, we
room?
did, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and again, so long as Kay is allowing them into your room, they can be in there. So you come into your room, and everyone
I'd like to imagine that she opens it, and even though the doors are soundproof, that they were all...
Yeah.
All fall over.
It opens inward, so you like smack Evie, who couldn't get out of the way because she was like stuck in everyone's legs, and they like everyone else jumped back, but Evie just gets smacked and like rolls 3 times across the floor.
Can I get an Evie getting smacked noise?
Aww. Yeah, you sent Evie flying.
Yay.
There's like a few little like down feathers just like on the ground right there, right? Like,
Oh no!
like a bird that like has hit a window and there's like a feather stuck to it, you know?
I run after Evie.
She like after the roll, she looks a little dizzy, just like. Huh?
I love it.
I'm just gonna pick her up and hold her. Out of concern.
So yeah, how your friends are here.
How'd it go? You got a
think you-
kiss. We can see. I could see it on your face. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It looked like it went well.
I think it did.
Date number 2.
I hope so. Was I supposed to
No.
figure that out? Oh,
No.
okay.
We're happy for you. Your next date,
Thank
here's the
you.
thing. The first one's important. You can do whatever for the next one. No special dress. You're in.
Okay.
Probably.
Watch, he wears a tux to the next one.
Oh
I will say now he will. So whatever your next date is, like you guys are just gonna go to like the cafe or something to study, and he's gonna wear a tux. And he's like, I felt awkward. I had to do it at least once. We don't have to keep doing this because this is I could only afford to rent it right now. But like, yeah. But yeah, so it'll be like you did it really pretty once, he did it really pretty once, and like now we're even. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
I think it went well. I held his hand at the show, and he held it back.
Ooh.
And Rabina saw us, but
That was fine. She didn't do anything.
she tried, but she didn't do anything.
I was thinking about sending her a little message during her show, but you had it handled.
I think so. I'm really grateful for all of your help. And you did a great job up there, Quintelius.
Oh, it was just a bit part. Again,
Still.
you can tell like it's very much the like it's just a bit part. Go on, kind of.
I liked the when you were like, the dog ate my supper. That was my favorite part.
He rolls his eyes, but again in a playful way. Also, apparently, Imogen is the one that stole the suit for Xanther. I am totally down for that.
Unbeknownst to Xanther.
You're gonna what?
I said unbeknownst to Xanther.
Xanther doesn't know.
He doesn't know it was stolen.
Yeah, you gave him a suit for free, and he's like, "Really? Don't I owe you something?" And yeah, no, he doesn't get it. I will wrap up this little bit with the next month. This was at the end of the month, so not that long.
When the gossip column comes out.
Column comes out, and the headline is, first year students hot new couple.
I was just gonna say spark flame or some shit.
Yeah, the like kindling flame has ignited, and there's like a magic photo of you, so like the photo moves a bit, and it's the flames on your dress move, and you look like absolutely radiant in it. You're not sure necessarily like how it was taken, but you're sure it had something to do with, I mean, it was from the angle of Grayson sitting there at the notes.
Does he have a camera?
You don't know how it was taken. You can roll an Arcana check if anyone would like to roll an Arcana check to figure it out. You're totally down.
I kind of want to see.
I'm also. I was going to say.
I will also say, Kaerth, and you can also. Never mind, you can't. So Kaerthana didn't think this because she got a 1, but she realized she could just ask Mina Lee, like how the newspaper gets its photos. Syntax realizes he can just ask Mina Lee how the newspaper gets their photos.
We all just ask.
And she explains that it's a type of mind magic. Withdraw a memory image. And put it onto paper.
Wow.
Memory stuff, yay.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, I'm not good with memory stuff, but we have a faculty member who can do that.
Name?
I'm
putting you on the spot.
I have to look at the faculty members. There definitely is, but
Watch, you don't have them all memorized immediately? Wow.
Yeah, Emerson God.
Wow.
Arkin Menexes.
I'm writing that down.
Arkin, next word, Menexes, Minexes. He is a newly hired instructor teaching a few courses in choreography and dance for...
Is this a Prismari teacher?
Yes, it is.
Why are all the Prismari teachers actually cool? This is disappointing.
They're art teachers.
There's this fashion person now I need to talk to. Actually have to go into Prismari campus.
Oh, Zep? Zep's a character for sure, but he tends to like to play matchmaker, so there's always at least one couple that has a Zep outfit at some point. Just wait until the biannual? The proms. They're not called prom. There's a proper name, but I'm not going to look it up right now.
Shindig.
Fuck, no, I am going to look it up.
No, call it a shindig.
God.
Emerson, it's Rom.
Oh my god. Well, it's a masquerade. It is the
It's a masquerade.
The Magister's Masquerade is what it's called.
Ooh.
Astrid has the perfect accessory now.
That's true.
Heck yeah.
Masquerade.
That is what we call planning ahead.
But yeah.
Does a masquerade really work here? I have horns. What about other students? Like, Giuseppe? Like, come on.
Hold on, there's a description as to it. Hold on.
I'm sorry, I put you on the spot, like, at the end.
Hold on.
Fuck, I'm sorry.
Quick, recite every piece of lore you
In
know
this,
right
like,
now.
half-ass scene we didn't establish that I just replied to in character.
So every 2 years, we have a masquerade, and there's always a theme. And each theme dictates how you dress. And I know especially some second years in history class oftentimes find themselves... Dean Tullis, who teaches the class, tends to give extra credit for dressing to the theme. because it tends to relate somehow to history.
Oh, so faculty come up with the theme. That's boring.
You'd be surprised how good the themes are.
It's just like real life.
Really, it's not just like sparkling underwater or something.
Well, I mean, when you put it like that.
That's not a good theme.
What's hilarious is I actually have the theme name here, and it's very close.
It's something under. Oh my god!
No, it's a starlit evening.
Yeah, I know, because that's what prom nights are called. They're generic shit like that never actually
but
means
it will. You don't know that as the name.
That was last year's? Oh, are you? No, you
that
can make your own up.
Yeah, I am. But yeah. In general, they say they have themes, but it's the same thing every time. In last year, it was a starlit evening. But all that meant was she puts on like a professory voice. Just as the light from stars are visible for thousands of years, so too does the students' attire reflect the wondrous history of Strixhaven. She rolls her eyes. Pretty much, it's just historical attire. Fancy dresses, but from, a century ago Goldheart. Early Goldheart, not modern Goldheart. Stuff like that. So that the history teacher then can do extra credit for your historical accuracy with your outfits and all that.
Fun.
It actually is, but yes. I do actually. There is official artwork for the masquerade.
No, save it.
Oh, I'm going to. It's gay, and I love it.
Oh, I know exactly the one you're talking about.
Masquerade.
The blue and the red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit! If Trent's seen it, then show it.
Yeah.
Later.
It's like they promoted this image a lot. I think when this book came up, I know exactly which one you're talking about. It's pretty cute.
Yeah, it is actually really cute. I also appreciate that they actually look like teenagers in it. But the
Mina Lee, while I'm here questioning you on everything that you are, how did you find out about Aurora? How did you discover your big scoop?
Something we are going to do in a different session because
you know
still
what?
want to do the
I'm
scene
going to ask you another time.
Yeah, because I'm going to do the scene with Carly.
He's gonna retract that.
This is the artwork. I actually really like it. It's super cute.
Oh my god! It's so cute.
I knew there was blue and red.
Yeah, it's super cute.
Oh my god!
Let's go red.
So beautiful.
I love that it's a masquerade, but exactly. You put fantasy characters, I'm like, oh my gosh, who's that?
Yeah, but that's the whole point, is that it's not
That's true.
Really a masquerade. It's just an excuse because it makes things more exciting. Because ultimately, half the people are just going to be wearing their school uniforms, so the least they can do is, get a cool mask.
Get a mask.
But yeah.
Fun.
A few weeks after the whole dating debacle and this article buzz dies down, because for a while there, Kaerthana is actually pretty popular. Because everyone will stop and be like, "Wait, you're the first year from the photo, right?" I'm trying to come up with some dumb psych photo, like Soto, but PSYTO, Soto, whatever. So, you're the from the moving picture.
Good one.
Yeah, shut up.
Hey, can you say that in a transatlantic accent, please?
You're the one from the moving picture.
Thank you.
Yeah, I recognize you. You're someone to keep your eye out for. That's for certain. Okay. Off we go. I'm gonna go run a radio show. Previously on Strixhaven. This is going to be our announcement voice on a side note. We're going to do a little video at the beginning. I've just now decided this is going to be the voice for the video. Okay. Ignore that. But a few weeks later, Evelina finds herself chatting with Syntax. ... Do scene now.
Evelina, I need your
Sorry, that was
assistance with
such a
something.
bad transition. I'm so sorry.
I'm just gonna go with it.
I'm so sorry.
You like to go to the library, correct?
I do, yeah.
Good. I need your help with something.
Oh, sure thing. What do you need some help with?
I'm looking into some information that I need. Are you? Yeah. You know
I
what
need Evie to do a roll at the end of this session, but we will do that later. Keep going.
Okay.
Shit.
Just remind me.
If you'd like to come with me, you're better at perusing the library than me. It's quite big, and I haven't gone through all of it yet, but there's a few things that I need to look up and into, and I can tell you why as we do this. It's probably going to take some time, maybe even the whole semester, but I'm searching for information on this, and Syntax will give this scrawled piece of paper that he got from his dream with Dream Boy. Because I have to look into it. I can't remember his name right now. I should have looked it up.
Do you
and I don't
remember
take notes
what he
in scenes
put
that I have.
on the paper?
You specifically said he writes down a bunch of stuff for me to look up. You didn't give me specifics.
I thought so, yeah. He gives you specific terms. The most important one is Lamordia, because you remember that term. Same with Mordenheim is on here.
I'm writing him down now.
Yeah, here, I will... those are probably the two biggest names you see on there that just like give you the feeling of being relevant. I know that sounds stupid, but
These were the two.
Lamordia, and then there's a name Victra Mordenheim, Viktra space Mordenheim, Mordenheim.
Yes, my fucking German is good enough. I spelled that right.
And then there's also Ludendorff, Ludendorf.
Fucking love when other languages just are spelled how they sound.
Right. And then Sea of Secrets. SEA of Secrets. It's I don't know why I was spelling that one again.
Yeah, thank you.
And then Neufrichtenberg is also on there. Neufrichtenberg. Neufrichtenberg.
Heard none of that, but okay.
You're fine. Long German thing.
These... Some of them are probably names. Some of them are probably places. I don't know. But I would like your help with this because I think you would be good at helping me with this.
Okay, I can certainly give it a try.
Okay. Cool. And while we're looking it up, I actually had a few questions I was curious about. I've pondered them on my own time, but I haven't been able to come up to a conclusion. Maybe call it inappropriate curiosity, but I want to understand a few things, which requires me being a bit honest and open with you about it. It's about yourself, if that's fine. I assume we're just like sitting at a table or something, looking through big tomes. It's actually about your mothers and about what you all went through. I can't understand how you seem so fine with them going back out and doing that again. Clearly something dangerous happened. And while they were...
We lost someone. We lost Deja. As of right now, Trent is in Deja's window, but...
Hello, I'm Deja.
It's my webcam. Let me figure it out.
You're fine. You're fine. We just have Trent drop down. Okay, perfect. You're back.
Yeah, I'm just going to continue.
Yeah, go for it. So sorry about that.
How are you not maybe mad or Did you talk to your parents about going back out there? I wouldn't want them going out there if I was you.
Well, it's not the first time that my mother's gone out into a bit of a dangerous situation, but she's very headstrong and about what she does. But she's always come back and always.
You're not worried about them.
Oh, I'm very worried about them, but there's not.
And you just
too
deal
much.
with it.
I guess yeah, but I guess yeah, but I know they can handle themselves. But I can't really stop my mother from following what she wants to do, I guess.
Well, then what about the opposite? Believe I got the impression when we met them briefly that you don't quite tell them everything that we've been through.
Well, I certainly couldn't really tell them about the Auric. My mom would probably not be very happy that we interact with some dangerous people.
You don't think she'd be proud of you for dealing with such an dangerous situation?
I don't know. She'd be more worried than anything.
And you're worried about upsetting them?
Yeah. My mother, who was here, probably may not be as worried since she's been here before and sometimes knows what goes on at this school. But my mom, who hasn't been here, may not be on the same boat with her.
Interesting. And you just deal with that?
I suppose, yeah. I never want them to worry too much, though, so I guess just keep that to myself.
I don't think I quite understand, but that's fine, I guess. You're not worried that maybe something will happen and they won't have any idea who you were, really, or what happened? Any of the details?
I guess I never really thought that far ahead. I always worry about them and wondering if anything happens to them and not hearing about them, but I guess I've never really thought about what would happen to me. I don't know what it. She kind of looks down at the whatever tomes and just kind of stops and just stares at the page a little bit.
Well, let's switch it around a bit. You said your parents are both capable in their studies. From what we heard, there's clearly something dangerous out there. Are you not worried that one day they won't come back?
Well, it was mostly my mother who would go off and be at those sites. My mom would always. It would typically be me and my mom, but we were always worried about her maybe not coming back. But I guess there is a little bit more to lose if they both go this time.
Evelina, how do you trust that they are making the right decisions or that they have their own choices and you just trust or deal with those? I really don't have or had anyone before I came here. And it's hard for me to understand letting people make their own decisions.
I guess it just comes down to trusting them, just knowing who they are and just knowing that they'll be okay and.
Well, what if they're not?
I don't know.
I didn't. I'm sorry if this is too much. I don't know. Maybe nobody knows. We don't have to talk about this anymore.
I mean, is it okay to maybe not know sometimes? Sometimes you just have to let things happen as they are? Because we never have control over everything we can do.
No, but we can plan and we could understand as much beforehand as possible. And then we make do in the moment.
Which is what I trust my mother to do when she goes back, that they learn from what happened before and they make the plans to make sure that people are okay next time.
I just think maybe you would feel better if you told them what you were doing. If you trust them so much, maybe they'll understand why you're doing things. We get into a lot of issues and problems, and I often don't have a lot of answers to my own past. And I think would be nice to have more answers, and if you could give people those that you care for, that just makes sense to me.
She'll sit there for a little bit and just kind of think on that a little bit. It's like, I mean, I guess you're right. Probably wouldn't help them if we just disappeared again, maybe for longer where we went with no communication.
Well, maybe you don't have to tell them outright, but you could write it down in case of something.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I might. Yeah. I just never want them to worry too much.
No, I understand that. That's why we don't tell Giuseppe everything. And maybe that's why we didn't tell Quintilius everything, but clearly there are times when that's been an issue for us, like when Quintilius and I still have to tell him that we don't have the necrocore, and he deserves to know what happened. I'm just tired of not having answers. And maybe it would be nice to tell the people that we have with us what we know.
Yeah, I'll start doing that then.
Speaking of what you know, Evie, can you roll a Syntax is helping you look for any knowledge on Lamortia. Can you roll a investigation check for me with advantage? With advantage because Syntax is helping you.
Okay.
This is pretty much going to be for the semester, you guys digging around, but let's see if you find anything.
Oh boy.
Interesting. Not history?
It could be either. How about that? Investigation because you're digging around in the library, history because you're looking up in history books, right? So whatever you choose, but I suggest just pick the one that has the higher modifier.
Let's see, history does sound a little bit nice.
Then do it. Do history. Holy fuck. Okay. It was a DC 20.
Oh, jeez!
Shit, what'd you get? A 20?
25.
25.
Woo!
Let's
You crit.
So again,
Good.
that's why I felt okay doing it with advantage, because realistically, but hey, yeah.
We spent a long time there.
Yeah, this is the whole semester. You guys looking this up, pretty much. And you actually find it. Kind of. The only one you were able to find is Lamortia. And you find it on a old parchment map of a region that the map is half destroyed. It's in a section of old, very old tomes that come from almost the very beginning of the Library of Strixhaven's history. You have a... it's in the section of the library that's marginally restricted, not necessarily because of content, but because of age of the book. Right? So this is the kind of stuff that, like, you can't take out of the library because the library is maintaining spells on the pages to stop them from degrading, right? It's that kind of thing. And you eventually find it. You know who to ask from the quiet Minotaur to Syntax to whoever. You eventually figure out that, oh, you're looking for a name. Well, that looks like a location. What about ancient maps? Because you know that the world used to be, quote, bigger. Not necessarily that the world was bigger, but that Elendara lost contact with a lot of the world when the catastrophe hit. That's partly what happened with the continent to the far west, Kirene. People knew it existed, but no one was able to get to it until about 100 years ago. And so there are lots of other places that kind of have at this point become a myth more than actual reality. And so if you're looking for a place, it was quickly you guys realized it wasn't anywhere here. The language patterns, all of that doesn't match anything in Elendara. So you started digging through there. And you found in a stack of loose papers this map.
Shit, we're gonna get a whole map.
Oh.
Okay, it only pulled up for me, so I didn't let me fix that. That's kind
restricted
of weird.
lore.
I know. I was like,
I gave you no
showing
heads up. I should have told you I was gonna do this today.
No, you're fine. This is all. Why is it not showing? Oh, because I'm on the wrong page. I was still on the previous page, and I'm like, it's not showing up. Okay.
Even probably would have been like, nice. I think I found something.
The page is all torn up. But the name is clear. And the way it's drawn is old. There's no markers, but there are little sketches of where cities might be. There's also a depiction of a type of boat that doesn't seem to exist. It's strange. I will put this picture in handouts, which means that you guys will be able to see it freely.
Syntax is going to put their artificial hands up on the kind of words at the top and kind of trace them, and then kind of look over at the gears and cogs and heart kind of design at the top. Just frown. Evie, I didn't go into too many details about this place, but it's very possible that this is where I came from.
How can you tell?
I had a very strange dream the night before the year started over. And I met someone, and supposedly they'll be coming to the school very soon, actually after the summer break, because Turgrid wants them to. And I don't understand how everything's connected.
If they were Turgid, do we need to look out and watch out for them?
I think that while Turgid is a terrible, horrible person, I think this person has good intent. That's why I was looking this up. They asked me to. And I wouldn't doubt that they would actually maybe do terrible things if necessary. They were very upfront with the reason they're helping Turgid is because where they're from is suffering. But I think they have good intentions. I don't understand why Turgid would send them here, how we would get here, or anything necessarily, but I do want to find out. That's why I'm here at this school.
Do you think she has a plan for why she wants to bring them here?
I'm certain she has a plan. She told me in Goldhaven. She wants me to strengthen up for something. And honestly, if I don't get my answers, I'd be just as happy stopping her. We should bring the group here to look at this, and I can explain what I just told you to them.
Sounds good.
Thank you for helping me with this.
Of course. I'm always happy to lend a hand.
Syntax will kind of ruffle her head.
And again, this is one of those files that you can't take out of the library.
Yeah.
Just
that's
because
why I said, we'll bring people here.
It feels like it was burned, right?
Mm.
Like it feels like this shouldn't be able to be held. It's one of those things that like you're touching it and it feels like it should fall apart. So you know it really is only being held together by whatever magic is essentially preserving it.
Question then.
Yes.
Could we by chance maybe draw it out?
Yeah.
So we can have a copy?
Yeah, you can totally do that. Prestidigitation also allows you to copy small objects.
Fuck.
But again, the problem with that is that sometimes I think that will go away after an hour or something like that.
Should we like prestidigitation and draw on top?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Is so like you can use magic to like make a copy that is safe to mess around with, and then you're at a magic school. They have means for you to make copies of things.
Hang on a moment. I'm gonna cast. Let me see if I have this spell. Detect Nope. Detect magic on it.
Okay.
Fuck it, because I can.
I can also identify if you want.
And identify. Yeah, I was going to say. We'll do both.
So realistically, it's not a spell I know of existing like as a spell, but it's an enchantment spell that is, think of it like an object version of Gentle Repose, where it locks something temporally where it is. So like Gentle Repose is used for people. If someone dies, you put 2 coins on their eyes and then cast Gentle Repose, and it locks their body in time for a week so that their soul can return to it if you have like a resurrection spell that requires being cast within an hour of someone dying. Right? So that's a necromancy spell. And that exists because it's practical to the player, and this other spell wouldn't really be practical to the player, but it does exist, right? Like it exists in quotes. It's just
it's a lore hold thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's just an enchantment spell because you're enchanting an object, you're strengthening it, right? You're not trying to, or I guess that's abjuration, not enchantment. Enchantment messes with people's minds. I was thinking of like enchanting like in Skyrim, not the actual like school of magic. But yeah, so the best way to think of it is a gentle repose spell for objects.
Okay.
The library itself is constantly maintaining this as if it's a concentration spell on just kind of all the objects here. Which means you can damage it. And I know you're looking, is the paper itself magical besides that spell?
Or just an aura or anything about it, specifically where it's from, any shit like that.
So unfortunately, this is so old that you can tell that there was magic somewhere here, but it's so old that any actual traces of that magic cannot really be detected.
Cool.
To give you an idea, this is from pre-Strixhaven, and Strixhaven has been around for definitely 2,000 years, possibly longer.
Then one last thing. Since this is a library and we're looking through like the old shit that we probably have like we probably have the Minotaur
like you have
like
a
here making sure we're actually
exactly.
And we're wearing gloves and crap. Is there like a ledger that we had to sign to be like, we looked at this?
Yes.
And has anyone else looked at this within the last year or two?
This specific item, no. I won't even make you roll for that. No.
Cool. Interesting. Well, I think we've done all we can for today.
Wait.
Oh.
I know.
Oh.
Did fucking Turgid look at this?
In this case, roll a investigation check for me. We're going to see how long these records are, where they go, all that stuff.
And then we're here with Drasimir, right? That is the name of the Minotaur? Yeah, I remembered his name. Off the top of my head.
Hell yeah.
The good lad.
We'll ask him, Drasimir, how far back do these go? I rolled 21.
Holy fuck.
Hey,
Okay, I'm mad I
let's
let you roll
go.
this. Not really.
You don't
because
have to.
No. Here's the thing. It was smart. I'm not going to be mad at you for being smart, but it was a DC 20.
Damn.
Let's go.
You notice probably 8 years ago. So you're really digging back here. Like at this point, it's a huge tome. You're going to like the last pages, just being like, fuck it. I wonder. It seems like the record's probably for about 10 years, and then they pull out the stuff and put it somewhere else in an archive. But you you see something there. A name. And it's a name you recognize. And you're not sure if they were looking at this specific item so much as this it's this book, this collection of documents, right? The pre-calamity maps. And let me get the name.
Oh shit. This is gonna be an important name.
It is.
I already have my fucking theories. Ooh. Oh, he's thinking about it.
I'm thinking about what the name would be between two things.
Oh. Okay.
And the name is Mavinda Silverbeak.
I knew. I was like, it's either gonna be from Mavinda or like it. I was like, it's either gonna be Mavinda or it's gonna be Urin. I was like, it's gonna be between. Freaking.
No, actually, there'd be two names. You're right.
Ooh.
Because I was debating between the two names, but realistically, both would be here.
Was it Mavinda Silverbeak?
Sharpbeak. I said it wrong. Her last name's Sharpbeak. And then the other name is just one word. Tavash.
Okay. You said one word, and I was like, if you say my fucking name, I'm going to scream.
No, it's Tavash.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it doesn't say syntax, it says cosine. Hey!
Okay, bye guys. So that is our
Bye.
session. No, okay,
Yay.
but it actually is our session. We're a little bit over time.
Syntax just looks at that and goes, more teachers that we have to get involved
One thing
with.
that you will note, based off of this time frame, is that at that point in time, neither of them were teachers. But neither of them were students. That does align with the time that Mavindo was a...
Dragon's Guard.
Yes. You don't know about Tavash's history. But obviously they were friends, or at least co-workers in something.
Good thing we're on the up and up with these people. And
yeah, you are. You are. It is a good thing.
Just gonna crash into their rooms. Tell me everything,
like, what
Mavinda.
the fuck is this? Tell me what you know. As you just shake her, poker chips go flying. Last thing, because I said I would do it, is Evelina. Roll just a flat D20 for me.
You're gonna die.
It's not about her.
And I was thinking,
natural 20.
Okay, nothing happens.
Man, the rolls tonight. 9s and 20s.
I was not having you roll for the safety of your parents. Not at all.
What?
That's what I was having you do.
Wow.
Again,
I just set
you
that
only
up.
would have
Aren't
had
you
to,
worried about them?
Well, you would have. It only would have been a problem if you had rolled lower than a 5, and it only would have been a problem for both of them if you load roller than like a 2. So
5 is 25%.
It is.
You can't knock that on the life of a parent.
It is 25%. Not saying that the parent would be dead. I'm just saying something would happen. I have stuff planned, but this is a kind of like time thing, right? Like, I don't know if it's going to happen, but I'm still having it roll because it probably will happen eventually. Maybe. But it's also dice. If you roll well indefinitely, it'll never happen. But that's kind of why I want you doing it, because it's fun.
They learned. They knew what they should do.
They
and
are
not
in danger.
Do.
Yeah, they are in danger. They know this. They think a 1 in 25 chance of getting fucked over and 75% chance of doing okay is okay. So let's see if they like their odds. But yeah, but because you're rolling it and I want it to be bad for the purpose of narrative, it's only ever going to be good. Because dice hate me.
Yeah. Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's like, nah, Evie needs both her parents.
Yeah,
Someone needs both their parents.
Yeah, I really do want Evie to make it to the end of the campaign with like both parents intact and healthy, because that'd be amazing.
We got the good ending.
Yeah, it's possible.
Golly.
But
yeah, it should be possible.
yeah, of course. I'm not just gonna mess them up without you being able to do anything about it.
More orphans.
I do need to talk to Deja briefly after our session. But the rest of you and our audience, we are Orphan Simulator. Oh, sorry, you mean
Jesus.
Orpan? A poor hand simulator?
Harold.
But thank you guys for joining us. We got a new subscription from Bucky with the good hair. So thank you.
Ooh.
And I hope you all enjoyed watching it. It's great seeing some people back. Yes, Astrid? Fuck, Alexa?
Who was that?
Did Evie get to do the scene she wanted?
Wasn't that the... Fuck, was that not it?
No, I think that was it.
That was it.
Okay, I thought that was the EV scene. Either way, if it wasn't, I apologize, but I have to go to bed.
Please go to bed.
But either way, next session is the next week is the 31st. So we will be playing on the 31st, assuming everyone can. So I will see you all then. And until then, adieu. Yeah. I was like, did I say that wrong? And I definitely thought that.
Goodbye.
Okay, this time we actually got that in there.
Hey!
You said it as an American, and that's what matters.